the funk.
Could you stop playing with that radio of yours? I'm trying to get to sleep. Could you stop playing with that radio of yours? I'm trying to get to sleep. Could you stop? Could you stop? I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to.
This is most disturbing. Let's look at the funk.
Bam. Brr. Wait, why isn't the fucking number showing? Is it doing the glitch thing again? Hold on. View. Where's the viewer count? Huh? Why doesn't it fucking work? RIP Ozzy? Yeah, dude. It's not showing the thing. What the fuck? The view count. Oh, whatever, dude. Dude, I don't even know what the fuck I want to do. There's like nothing to watch. There's nothing to do. There's nothing going on. Well, there's nothing going on that like I'm interested in. Hold on, let me see if I can find old Senate calls to just like just have in the background. Also, speaking of Ozzy dying, dude, you know what's crazy? Last night I was drinking in VR and like someone had an Ozzy Osbourne skin. And you know what happened? We were doing Russian roulette and he fucking shot himself in the dick and died. That happened last night. And then now come to find out, fucking Ozzy Osbourne is actually dead. I'm like, what? That's fucking crazy, dude. He had his last show like a week ago? That's fucking crazy. I heard I mean, at least he died of like natural causes from what I heard. It's like, you know, wasn't some drug related thing. It was like, he just died of age or some shit. Hold on. Senate call archive. Let me get some Senate calls, baby. You know what I heard? I heard the Sasu Frasu call was like really fucking bad. And I don't know the context behind it. But I mean, there's nothing going on. So or I should do like Lio Convoy Sasu call. I've heard the Sasu call was like really bad. Disturbing call between I feel like I skimmed through this and like nothing happened. On Chris since stream, funny shit. Oh, the womp womp, yeah. Yeah, Malcolm just uploaded. Apparently, like, is the call really that bad? Senate situation. Is it this call?
Dick to you.
Why?
I was patient with you.
Why we're talking? I said to Sassy, I said to you, we're talking.
Do you understand me?
I'm skipping. I'm skipping through.
Yeah, I understand you, but I'm just going to tell you straight up, you know, I can't operate in reality. You know this very well, dude.
Okay, well, whatever. We're starting from the beginning.
Was a single sentence saying,
okay, hold on. There was a single sentence. This call at points has been heavily edited. What? Where's the original? What? Heavily edited. Please keep in mind that this means some context may be missing. I have included a statement from Sasu at that point.
Referring to Sasu, saying his name, and then saying, "But we don't have to have time to get into all of that," and then continuing on with the video. That is the amount that Sasu
Did you play Amnesia? Yeah, I can't. I'm just
was
bad.
brought up in that video. So I think it is absolutely ridiculous that you have agreements with being brought up in a video where you were brought up once.
Wait, so where's the fucking original? If this is heavily edited, is it heavily edited because I've been told so many awful things about this call, and I feel like I skimmed it and nothing happens.
In a single sentence, and also you have stated multiple times that you are, you want to take accountability for your actions and what you did was bad. You cannot take accountability and then also demand people to never talk about you and never talk about the things you did to people, because if you actually thought that what you did was wrong, you wouldn't mind people bringing it up, because that it would show personal growth in the fact that, yeah, I did those things wrong and I'm working on myself. The fact that I blow up on Twitter every single time someone
I mean, I don't need to have the fucking thing. It's just,
brings
it's
you
literally
up,
just nothing.
it just shows to me that you're not willing to learn. You don't actually, like, I'm sorry, hold on. I'm trying to sift through my screenshots because there's a few. But
What do I
do
even
you
want to play? Helldivers fucking.
seriously think that nobody is allowed to talk to
I'm gonna go to sleep
about
now.
you
Alright, see ya.
at any point?
I believe I made myself clear when I said I don't want to be talked about. That means in any capacity. It's because first and foremost, and if I could explain it, first and foremost, I'm embarrassed of what I've done. I don't want to be reminded of it because I'm not a type of, I don't want to dwell on it. I really don't want to be reminded
I
of
genuinely have no context behind any of this shit, dude.
it because it brings up bad memories and it starts the process all over again. That's why I want to be left alone. I don't want my name mentioned in any of this. Second of all, is that I believe that
my
the
God, it's
best
loud.
growth is when
Best
I
growth is
have a
with my
clear
penis.
and that means not having outside interference. That means not having people come to me and ask, what happened to you? What happened to you? Or, say very mean things about this or that or the third. I virtually wanted to heal by myself. Now,
Prime
when it
Christian, I
comes
have no
to
fucking
the
idea.
Twitter
Dude.
blow-ups, when it comes to all the times that I interjected myself when I didn't need to, that's my fault. That's my stupidity. Well, I shouldn't use that harsh term, but that's my doing. And the reason is because I can't help it. I'm a reactive guy. I'm a very reactive person in the long run of everything. I don't usually think. I just react. I just do. And when I do,
Okay.
90% of the time it doesn't work out. So when somebody brings me up, I react in a negative way because it's in a negative light. I don't want people to see me in a negative light. I'm trying to restart from the ground up. I'm trying
Is this call really that bad? 1.5.
to rebuild social circles, the ones that I
1.75. This
badly,
guy's not
concocted
talking.
and then destroyed. And I feel like the least I can be granted is just to literally 100% never be mentioned again by the community, because first and foremost, I'm not fit for the community, and second of all, I'm already embarrassed with what I did, and it's already caused a significant amount of turmoil. So that's just what I want to do. So when I say leave me alone, that's what I'm referring to. You can still talk about me in passing. I just don't want this stuff publicized, because if it goes public, what good does it do me? What good does it do to anybody? It doesn't do good to me. It doesn't do good to my family. It doesn't do good to anybody that I'm trying to affiliate with. I mean, that's just, on top of all the stuff that I had to endure the first time, this is just adding salt to the wound. That's all I'm trying to say at this point.
Then let me interject.
Ooh.
Just a moment. It's okay, Sonny, I've got this one. Sasu, you are being robbed because of your actions. People do not owe you silence over how you have affected them or your actions. You have the right to change. You have the right to grow. You do not have the right to demand silence about your actions from people you affected.
Fuck it, I'll show.
Because you know what? I'll play a little bit of my hand here. You know the Rosa call's been circulating, and you know what I've done? I've eaten it. I take the criticism. I'm not going to do a single response to anybody who is saying negative things about me in relation to Rosa. The reason why? Because I screwed up. I said and did horrendous things in that call that I will never repeat. That's accountability. I own that. I'm not telling people that, well, I need to, in order to heal, I need to not be spoken about. No, that's not how this works. It's not. Accountability is accepting, growing, and moving on.
And also, if I may, you like I was saying before, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You consistently say, I want to be left alone. I want to be left alone. I don't want to be talked about. I want to be left alone. And then you're posting, and you say that you're a reactive person, and that it's just you reacting. Did you react for so long that you made a 26-page document, and or you reacted when you did an entire interview with Tommy's house? Or you just reacted when you had discussions with all these people, you were in people's live chats and all that. That's not reaction. That is you cannot react for that long. That's what you do. And like Leo said, it's not. Go for it.
Okay, when I say reactive, I mean like in the moment things, like the Twitter bursts, the posts that I've written, the very small like things that were deleted within like an hour or two, and the stuff that I just throw out on Twitter. That's reactive. That's what I'm talking about. When it comes to the interview, when it comes to the document, that was because, and I'm going to be blunt and 100% honest because I know everybody wants honesty here. The reason I did that was because I held a lot of animosity. I held a lot of it for what happened, especially against Lio, because, and I detailed my grievances out there in that document wholeheartedly. Was that, and the whole I guess animosity started on September 2nd in the document if you read it, which I know you did. When you essentially told me that my mental health did not matter to what I did, that's when I had a perpetual hate, and that's when I said to myself, at some point or later,
What is this in context? Dude, I just don't fucking get it. I just heard so much about this call, about how awful it is, how disgusting it is, and oh my god, Lyos, this is worse than the Rosa call. And I'm like, I feel like what the fuck am I missing? And this feels like nothing.
Kick you when you go down at some point.
Like, what is it like he's saying, he's being told like, oh, his feelings don't matter and blah blah blah, all this fucking bullshit. It's like, okay, that sounds awful. Okay, in context to what? Because if this guy's fucking with people, and that he's finally getting his comeuppance, and he's bitching about it, and people are saying, well, no one cares about your opinion. Well, okay, then that significantly fucking changes it. What the fuck is, like, I don't know. Do I need the fucking lore? Do I need the whole fucking lore to understand it? Because I've been told so many awful things about this call.
Some point. So when I wrote the document,
It's just
I know
boring.
I said in there that it was not a parting shot. It was not to kick a man while he was down. That's half true. I wasn't trying to do that, but it was just to vent my frustrations because nobody listened to me. Nobody gave a fuck about what I did or what I said and how I tried to rectify it. As paper thin as it may be, to the subjective sense. I guess you could say, now that I think about it, I probably should have just not said anything. I just should have been on the sidelines and just said nothing.
Now is where I'm going to step in. When I said your mental health does not matter, it was not in the sense of it doesn't matter if you don't matter as a person. It's because it did not matter because you were trying to use it as an excuse to your objections. You can have mental struggles. We all do. It does not excuse or justify how you treated people, how you acted, or how you
See, that's what I mean. Like, what
I'm
context?
gonna look this up for you,
Like, the
fairly,
context
but I can't.
matters. I've been told so many awful things about this
Go ahead.
call.
You cannot sit here and tell me with your full face a few things. One, nobody cared about you. Sasu, when you were posting about hurting yourself on social media, who called you?
You did twice
Why?
because you were genuinely concerned about my well-being at the time.
Yeah. So don't play that game. When people allegedly treated you horribly in that June call, who held them accountable?
You did, and you told me that, and Aaron told me that at the time too.
And you have been heard out in multiple calls. And the second one I had with you with Asuka was you constantly talking about how people need to make room for your problems, your issues, to their detriment. Literally, that's what you were saying. Because you wanted to come back in the Senate, knowing Lumi, you didn't want to be around you because, well, we shouldn't change all of our...
Maybe, do I have the wrong fucking call? Because I see the Malcolm thing in my feed, and he says, this call is so disgusting. Holy fucking shit, Lyle's a monster. And I'm like, this call? Like, what? Really?
values around Lumi, around one person. You have been heard out multiple times. Now, I have tried to help you in multiple ways to my own detriment. I have sent you something that's free that'll help you out. I have been on the phone with you and your mother to try to get you some help in terms of interaction and being around people who are the caliber you would like to be. I'm going to try to be kind and polite to you in this call. I have taken the brunt of the nonsense that people have tried to throw your way concerning me. And on top of that, when people started harassing you via mail, via DoorDash, I did my best to keep you calm and tell you what to do until I respond to it. You have said multiple times here that you just want to be left alone, you just want to go away. That could be 100% balanced, Bassett. It could be. It's not what you actually want. And the way I can tell that is by your actions. In a few ways. Number one, you constantly vulturing around the community, hoping to see me stumble and fall because you're angry at me when all I've done is try to help you. And that is literally all I have done. Is try to help you. Much to the chagrin of the people around me. Because I am foolish enough to try to help people who don't want to change. Something that I am very recently choosing not
I
to do
can't
further.
stand it when people fuck up
Secondly,
the thing like
the
this.
moment you thought you get an upper hand, where do I find you? I find you on the Kumho server, running a mouth. And not just
Oh, come on, dude. This is so fucking stupid. It's like, oh, you exist in a server of people that I don't like. Fuck you. You're a piece of shit. Like, okay, what did he do? What did the guy? What did he do in there, Lyle? Like, come on.
Kumho server. I also found you in Crystal's. Now, Crystal is kind enough to learn how to play the game. So while it seemed like we were beefing on social media, we were still talking behind the scenes. Actually, it wasn't Crystal server, it was Doritos, I think. I saw what you said in that server. You want to justify to me why you thought it was okay to accuse Peaches and I of being friends with benefits?
That's funny. That's funny though, Lyle.
That was something
Okay.
I said in the heat of the moment, and I
Is this the call he's fucking reacting to? Hold up. Is this call?
Enter the lion.
that's reactive. That's what I'm talking about. When it comes to the interview, when it comes to the doc,
Dude, it is this call. What is so bad about this? What?
I
I
apologize.
don't
I
care.
retract that.
I don't want your apology. I want to know why you thought it was acceptable because you know better.
Well, to be fair, I'm 12 minutes in. But I skimmed through this like last month because I've been told like this call was fucking horrible, but
I can't explain that. I don't have a cohesive explanation for it.
Because here's the hardline truth of the matter. You ran to Tommy House. I haven't heard the end.
okay, well hold. Let me read this. Okay, maybe this will help me. This is my statement in regards of this plus to Lyle Convoy. Okay, this is Sasu. On May 2nd, under false pretense, I was pulled into a call with Lyle Convoy, Untitled Sunny, Ponder Sprocket, Crystal Flame, and around 100 plus members of the Cat Slayer server Discord. You could have just left at any time. The reasoning for the call relayed to me via Sunny was that it would be to settle differences and part ways. This is not what happened. Instead, Lyle and others took the opportunity to try and discredit my statement about my experience with the Senate. Lyle himself and other events. I was in my car. Okay, so please, did he rape you? What happened? What happened, dude? Okay, hold on. This is not what happened. It said experience with the Senate, Lyle himself and other events. I was in my car for the entirety of the call and was planning on driving around mainly because why? Mainly because I didn't want my parents to get involved again. But seeing the call already going south, I pulled into a parking lot and conducted the rest of the call there for almost 2 hours. For almost 2 hours. Wait. What? Okay. I tried to defend myself as best as I could, only for Ponder to end up causing me to put my guard down under the idea that the conversation would reset. During this time, I admitted intrusive thoughts that I had been harboring for a lengthy period, which I had never acted upon, nor had any means to do so. The call ended with me having a severe mental breakdown, which led to discussion being terminated. I ended up returning home safely without any issue. Okay. I requested that Patrick edit the video for my own personal sake as I was growing very uncomfortable with the idea of being out there. Okay, dude. If I'm supposed to be sympathetic to this person, I feel like I need to hear the whole context. Why are things being cut out? Why? You gotta have the Discord call while driving? Yeah, dude. There's no choice, there's no option. As for a statement to Lyle and company, I don't want to hear anything about how you were trying to help me or you needed to be held accountable because this was neither. This was some cruel, sick attempt to get someone to break for your personal entertainment. Was it, dude? What was the lead up to this call? Because I feel like that is really fucking important. Because as much as I do believe that Lyle did a lot of this shit that he did for his own fucking entertainment, he doesn't do it for literally no other fucking reason, right? Like, there's usually like there's usually like an inciting incident that causes Lyle to get involved. He doesn't just do it. He doesn't just see an autistic person and tries to poke and prod at them until they mentally break down. That's not what happens. Usually it's because this person is like being rowdy or being annoying or being loud, like causing some sort of disturbance in whatever fucking community. And Lyle is just there to like, I'm gonna set you straight, boy, or whatever the fuck, and like, you know, do what Lyle does, right? Yo, what are we talking about? This apparently the Sasu. I've been told so many things about the Sasu call and how like it's just the most evil shit Lyle has ever done. It's apparently worse than the Rosa call, but I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand how it is. Dude, my fucking allergies. Holy shit. For possibly financial gain on YouTube over the last year, people from the server have A-logged me and condoned the harassment of me and my family. Okay, that's huge. And has opened the door for other factors long since removed to try and come back into my life, sending unwanted packages, and even making death threats. While I still hold myself accountable for my wrongdoings throughout the whole situation, you will never be able to use me for views or content again. Your overall behavior has been disgusting, opportunistic, and outright abusive. I mean, this is just coming from Sasu. I kind of would like an unbiased person to judge this, right? Like an overbearing Christian dad. Ironically enough, when he had his adopted kids, he was apparently not very involved, aside from like basic stuff. Like I don't know.
Pathological lies. Unfortunately, that's who you are, Sasu. You will lie. You have lied. You'll continue to lie. You show up in places you are not wanted. You constantly try to edge your way into other places, knowing full well that you're not going to be accepted there either. And you
Because here's the thing. Because this Sasu person probably, or not even probably, this Sasu person might do that, and that might justify why Lio is getting heated against this fucking person. But I don't see how. I don't see how, like. I mean, because if he's getting like harassed in real life, how does explain to me how this ties to Lio, right? Because if there are actual grievances against this Sasu person, and Lio is just confronting this person, and that it just from there it evolved beyond the call, and other people went out of their way to fuck with this guy, but Lio had nothing to do with it, then why should Lio take the blame? Like that's retarded.
and desire revenge against a man who has never actually been
But
involved.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Because I haven't, Sasu. If anything, I've done the people around me wrong by trying to help you more.
Semi-absent father figures.
That's
such
why,
as Greg,
that's why we
maybe.
have a problem. Go ahead, Sonny.
I was
Lio
going
said
to
his
also bring up,
answer.
if you didn't want to be, if you didn't want to be dragged back into this, then you shouldn't have been lying on interviews, because I'm going to bring up, and also bringing up things that don't actually make Lio look bad and pretending that they do. For example, I actually wrote down a bit of a transcript of the interview. I didn't get through the.
I will say though too, it is so fucking annoying hearing people sweep for Lio too. Like it's just it's fucking annoying. Because I feel like Lio can defend himself, but oftentimes I feel like people in his little circle in his community feel the need to speak on behalf of him in certain shit when they shouldn't be doing that. They should just let Lio speak for himself on those certain situations.
Whole thing because I got.
I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with like being like, well, here's how I'm interpreting the situation, based on like an outsider perspective. But usually, more often than not, that's not how it reads to me. More often than not, it's like this is like one of Lio's kittens, basically, right? Like like the cash call is what comes to mind. Like Yen and Ace kind of really heavily defended Lio during that. And I don't know, because some of the people in chat right now watched that reaction. I felt like, dude, wait, no, Lio is just wrong here. Like, this is fucking retarded. Like, this is really stupid. But he was being like swept for him. Like, that just kind of annoys me when people do that.
So fucking mad that I closed it out. I was listening to it just before this call. I had to close it out because it was genuinely killing me off.
Fuck!
But you
My game
specifically
crashed.
stated, I was starting to get very close to one of the mods, and I will admit that I made rash decisions, incorrect decisions, and I've apologized and taken accountability for that in the document. But the
Wait. What? He got close to the mods?
close it out because it was genuinely killing me off. But you specifically stated, I was starting to get very close to one of the mods, and I will admit that I made rash decisions, incorrect decisions, and I've apologized and taken accountability for that in the document. But the way it was handled was exceptionally bad. And the point where I stopped transcripting was when you said, I was never told of any boundaries. Do you
Correct.
think that's true?
Yes.
What the fuck is this? Like this is what I mean. I feel like people who are judging this don't know the context, because I don't know the context. I want to know the context. But
You okay?
You're
let me
kidding
turn this up. You were told on multiple occasions in multiple calls, hey, what you are doing is borderline parasocial, and what you are doing is unhealthy for both yourself and for the people around you, and especially to Lumi himself. So what you need to do is take a step back. And that was the first call, and we've all agreed that call was very gentle. We were handling you with cotton gloves, and we told you very firmly and gently, hey, what you're doing is not okay. It's not healthy for you. I'm telling you this as a friend. You can come to me anytime if you
is
need
he
to vent.
stalking
You need to
someone?
stop-
That's how it sounds. So it's like, then it kind of warrants that there's a hostile sort of like thing here. Like, people are being hostile to this guy, because it seems like if it is the case, and I don't know, if it is the case that he doesn't respect these people's boundaries and he's very, very pushy, then absolutely he deserves to get shit for that. like 100%. But he's saying, apparently in this document, he's saying that he's already taken accountability. What does that look like? Did you actually take accountability, or did you just say, yeah, I guess I was wrong, whatever, and like you try to like push that aside? Like, what did that look like? I feel like I'm the only one who's asking these questions. I feel like I'm the only one who's asking these questions.
To stop trauma dumping on people, you need to stop crossing Lumi's boundaries.
Trauma
and you
dumping?
Need to respect
Okay.
that Lumi is uncomfortable by how close you are trying to get to him. That is the call we had, where it was plainly set out. And still, you tried to push and you tried to push, and you were trauma dumping on other people as well. You were told multiple times, I don't want to hear about, like, I don't want to trauma dump. Like, I don't want you to trauma dump on me. You were told.
Like, I want to know why this person didn't deserve to get the shit that they got, right? In the confines of this call specifically. Okay, because I don't know about anything outside of the call. I don't know anything about whose role was it to fucking send boxes to this guy's fucking house or fuck with his family. Like, I don't know anything about that. But in the confines of this call specifically, what the fuck is not warranted here? I like that's what I'm asking myself. I might find out throughout the course of this, but I don't know.
Times, and that is why the second call happened, because you were pushing those boundaries. And in the call, you said, and I quote, when we spoke together, I brought up.
Hold on, real quick. Let me see if I need to look online. Is there any like context? Can I read something?
Why on earth would you go to people who have specifically said that they don't want you to trauma dump on them when someone, me, has told you that they're happy for you to vent to them? You have an avenue where you can actually talk to these people, so why would you go to other people? And you said, and I'm quoting this verbatim, you said, the best way I can answer is that I go to the first person I see and dump on them. And I said, that's stupid, and you agreed. So you were told about boundaries multiple times, and you still crossed them.
Wait, hold on. What's this? This is 3 hours. What the fuck is this? Whoa. What the hell is this? Look at this. Sasu June call. This is 3 fucking hours long. I'm watching a 2-hour. What the fuck is this? Hello? Finally getting around to modding it. I modded it before. Wait, this is 3 hours. What the fuck is going on here? Why can't I watch this one?
No.
Oh.
Already, I sent it to him.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Let me skim it.
And you would share your life story, and I would just nod along and I'll let you go. I would let you go.
Okay, so this is the call that they're referring to right here.
And you would go on. And because I gave you that quote-unquote avenue of being able to vent your frustrations, you were like, oh man, that's a friend right there. That's a friend. That's not trauma bonding either. Because, and I'm going to point this out to everyone, when I tried to show you...
It doesn't matter to me unless it's coming from his mouth. I'm getting tired of it.
Sasu,
What?
I'm talking to you in a very low tone right now, and I expect the same respect back. Do you understand me?
Yes. Sorry.
I've been very fucking calm with you this whole call, and I will not have you speaking
So this guy sounds unhinged as fuck.
to anyone
Okay.
here.
You didn't appreciate what they said about you. That you wouldn't fucking dare tell them if they were in that call.
Well, tonight for sure.
I
my
can
bad.
understand
Wait,
how
what?
that comes off, yes.
Just... Holy fucking shit, dude. Sorry, that's the only thing I want.
One here, which I probably shouldn't, but I will.
Dude, fuck this call. Wait, what is this?
Rip myself away and then leave everybody, because I do try to help as many people as possible in there with issues.
How did that not cross your mind?
Because I was in the middle of a complete and utter mental... I don't...
Because here's the thing, too. Here's the thing, too. And not to call him a predator, okay? But from my perspective, recently, I just got done reading a Google Doc of a guy, George Raccoon, trauma dumping and mentally manipulating people by suicide baiting and shit like that. Maliciously doing that, right? I just read that document of a guy doing that. So I'm looking at behaviors like this and I'm thinking, is this intentional, right? Like I don't know. I feel like because people are saying like, oh, Sasu's such a mentally vulnerable person and shit like that, and like, oh my god, he got taken advantage of. But it's like, if it is the case, and this guy is like mentally unloading on people, threatening to kill himself when things don't go his way, this guy sounds like a piece of shit. Why the fuck does he not deserve to get shit? If that is the case, Ozzy's death got me fucked up. Fuck Parkinson's. Happens to the best of them, I guess.
From the Senate to get rid of some of that stress, to get rid of it, so that I don't,
Bruh. Come on.
Billy, I saw you. Hold on, I saw Billy unmute. He's been muted the entire call. I think he should be allowed to fucking scream with us.
Absolutely.
I am shaking with anger.
If I
What?
start, I won't stop, and that's not fair on anybody.
No, I'm here.
I
For
think
it.
it's okay.
I'm here for it. Please, I need it, William.
No, I can't.
But
No, because I know I will trip over my
Oh my
words,
fucking
and I know
God.
the moment he tries to talk,
Sasu?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just say, okay, who still wants to say things?
I have no clue anymore. I'm just so fucking upset. I cannot fucking believe this.
Showed his true colors. He showed his true true colors. Holy shit.
The timer's up, by the way.
Worse than I
No, it's
thought.
not.
Holy shit!
It's
I
not
kind of
mine.
wish we'd done this. I kind of wish we'd done
Wait, what?
Because I am living.
Triggers a lot in me.
I know.
I'm sorry that it should. Okay, let me offer something real quick. Should we take that 2-minute breather here?
Half-assedly handing out this call.
Can understand where you're coming from. No, this is how it is. You are acting like an energy vampire who gets angry when you can't get your hook on somebody. That's how it comes across. Like that's
And I'm this sounds like a completely different person. Like, so the mental image I'm getting of this fucking guy is that he is like autistic as fuck, and this is just how I'm thinking right now. This might not be the fucking case. He feels entitled to other people's time and energy. And when it doesn't go his way, he starts threatening, he starts screaming, he starts yelling at people, he starts getting mad, he starts getting upset, he starts having a mental breakdown over it. And this is somehow other people's fault that this is happening. Because I don't know. I've just heard so many fucking bad things about the Sasu thing, the Sasu thing, the Sasu thing. But if it is the case, this guy's a piece of shit, then what the fuck? Well, I'm skipping
it
through.
seems like an incredibly learned behavior.
Okay. We're obviously not gonna watch this whole fucking thing, but like, kind of curious.
Already, I sent it to him.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Thank you.
Your future husband's coming, Louie. He's so excited.
Oh. Does he know this is happening?
He's here.
Yes.
So.
Okay. All right. So, just a really quick thing. By the way, welcome. Here's how this is gonna go real quick for you, Sasu. First, the people in the call are going to speak, and then you can speak after. Don't worry, you'll get your opportunity to say your piece.
Okay.
They may ask some questions, and that's okay. You just gotta answer them.
Okay.
And that's it. These people will have the opportunity to air out any problems that they may have had with you in the past.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Okay. Anyone want to start?
Blue was supposed to start.
I can start, yeah. Let me just grab my notes. So, Sasu, we spoke, what was it? May 31st, I think it was, a week ago.
I think this was Libby.
So, before I continue, I just want to make it very well known that when you had sent me all of those documents, because I felt like it was a lot to deal with, and unfortunately that day I did not have my headphones, I did share it with the group here because there was a lot of inflammatory things that were said. I don't know if it was out of anger or what was genuine, what was not. Was not expecting 40 minutes of voice memos, including, statements about how you wanted to rejoin the alt-right because of how you were treated, which was very bizarre
What?
to be saying to a trans person. I thought,
what the fuck?
That was, not okay. at all.
Okay. This guy's
And
sounds
the
like a
final
nutter.
one, which I
Complete
listened
nutter.
to later, mentions of like how bad your mental health had gotten, and like just you were spiraling. That wasn't okay. I don't know why you decided to dump that on me. Well, correction. I know now because Smout had told me that, you know, usually you go to her, but she was unavailable. So you came to me about it.
Correct.
And it seems
You're a little
like
quiet. Thank you for fucking telling me, because like some people fucking don't. And then I look back on the fucking stream and I'm like, wow, this is like really fucking quiet. What the fuck?
the most recent times that I've heard from you has to do with Lumi. And
Okay, so this is
you know,
not
if we're
Lumi.
supposed to be friends and, you know, being friendly towards each other, why is it that I'm only hearing from you at that point in time? Why is it that when I do hear from you, I'm getting a huge document full of apologies and trauma dumping and all those voice memos? Because Lumi posted 2 things that weren't even directed at you. They were just mentioned
yeah.
in passing. And you got so upset you went to that extent.
Hopefully it's not too
Like,
loud.
I just
Because it
I
looks
would
like it
like
is
an
kind of
answer
peaking
for
a
that
tiny
before I
bit.
continue, if you don't mind.
Could you please simplify the question? I'm a little confused.
Okay. So, why is it that
Why are you gay?
whenever Lumi makes a comment in passing, not directed at you, you are going off the rails to such an extent that you essentially sent me a therapy session and a whole journal about 2 tiny messages?
Okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I became emotionally attached to Lumi on a grand scale. That was the main reason why I sent those messages, was because I thought in my head at the time that I was being brushed off and I was being, I guess, targeted for some reason. The best I can describe it. But I want to make it clear that the main reason why I got so obsessed with Lumi was because I had become parasocially, emotionally attached to him for, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, no reason whatsoever. I can't necessarily identify the exact reason.
Okay. So it sounds like he's more or less does exactly what I was thinking that he was doing, which was like emotionally fucking unloading on people because he thinks he's entitled to their energy and time and patience, and when he doesn't go his way, then he starts fucking baiting.
But when I did make those,
That's
I
how
did
it
make clear in the
sounds.
documents, a lot of that stuff that I said in those voice memos and in that document.
What did you
was
mod in? It's just the Astartes mod. That's a.
out of anger and frustration with everything, because at the same time I was also rippling with the fact, or trying to.
It's like gameplay
digest
tweaks and
everything that I had done wrong, and at the same time I was getting very
Weapon
angry. I was
unlocks.
getting frustrated. But the only thing that I can say regarding that is because I had gotten, and I want to make it clear that it was complete and utter emotional attachment to him, parasocial emotional attachment.
Okay.
It was completely inappropriate on my part, and I apologize on that.
All right, that's all I need. Where was I going next? So, in regards to all that, because I did also divulge to the group that, you know, you are
Have
seeing a
their
therapist,
problems,
and,
yeah.
you know, I did help you in terms of finding a
especially from what it sounds like it's not like they were friends, right? It was just, this is just like a Discord mod of a Discord that he's active in, and he just starts fucking unloading on this random fucking person, right? Like that's how it sounds. It sounds like they weren't even friends.
I want to make it very, very clear.
I think.
That, well, yes, I did help you with that. That does not give you the right to then go into my DMs and trauma dump the way that you did, just because I helped you with one thing concerning mental health. The reason why I did
my
that
God.
was because I have had to deal with, you know, getting brushed off by mental health professionals, and finding the proper resources can be incredibly difficult. So, as someone who knows where to look and where to go and who to call, if I can give you a phone number and, you know, send you on your way, I'll do that. I'd do that for anyone, like some rando in Senate if they really needed it.
Right.
But it still does not give you the right to do what you did in my DMs. Especially knowing that we were just coming off of Memorial Day weekend, where I had told you that one of my fiance's friends, who was a veteran, had committed suicide several years earlier. So, just want to make that clear.
Again, entitled. This guy feels
And
entitled.
I think some other people will touch on this, but you mentioned a lot in your voice memos and in, I think in Doc as well, how people hadn't seen the improvement in 4 weeks. So, I personally have a big, big problem with that, because you've been in server archive, you know exactly what the hell is going on there. I have had to crawl my way back after some really bullshit things, and it's taken me a year and a half.
Which also, what also am I thinking too is that these people could be lying, but he's not refuting it, right? He's not. If anything, he's totally and entirely conceding. So I mean, what the fuck, right? What am I supposed to think?
Get to where I am now, and I have never won.
And apparently, because according to that fucking description that we read, his statement during that one call that happened after this, it sounds like he's just completely and utterly victimizing himself, as if he didn't really do anything wrong. And he's like, oh, I already atoned for what I did, right? But then he's out here saying like, oh, X and Y person, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing like a timeline. And I think if we're gonna take this call, or someone like Malcolm, I feel like if you're gonna take this call and judge it so fucking harshly against Lio, I feel like there should be like an attempt to structure it, right? And I don't even think Malcolm even does that. I think he just watches that call, that public call on YouTube. I think he just watches this and just more or less takes this on its face value instead of like asking why, like what context could I possibly be missing? Is it peaking? It looks like it's peaking. The mic? I don't even know. Hold on. What generally is the takeaway, Malcolm? Please. Because I mean, if Lio fucked up, then I would absolutely think he deserves to get burned for it. But what is the intro to this?
This is from a year ago. The call occurred on 5/2/2024. This is the Sasu call. I've edited out some of the sections per Sasu's request. Sasu has been kind enough to give a statement on Lio Convoy and the other person present in this call. I have also included that statement below. The edited section starts at 1 hour. All previous parts of the recording have been left as is. And then this is the statement that we'll read together. When we get back, that's what we're going to do. Wee. Okay, so we're looking at this. This is Sasu's statement or whatever. There was a Google Doc at one point. Okay, so this is Sasu's statement. So this video was released on June 5th of 2024. The call itself it occurred or it was recorded. I pulled into a parking lot and conducted the rest of the call there. For almost 2 hours, I tried to defend myself as best as I could, only for Ponder me, condoned the harassment of my family, and has opened the door for other actions. Long since removed to try to come back into my life, sending unwanted packages and even making death threats. While I still hold myself accountable for my wrongdoings throughout the whole situation, you will never be able to use me for views or content again. Your overall behavior has been disgusting, opportunistic, and outright abusive. Whether that be Lio, Sunny, Ponder, Lumi, Balls, or anyone else, this is the last time I will be asking you in clear language to leave me alone and stop baiting me for content. Crystal is being excluded from this as she did apologize to me in private on her own volition, so I asked that no one go after them. Well, I was fine with the video being out at first, mainly because I was tired of drama, but then, after some time, this helps no one. The impact from this call have been enormous, and while I have not been great, I am not in danger or under duress.
Has it been enormous? I don't know. I feel like I need to see what that looks like.
I want to deal with my own issues head on instead of having the world see them and pass judgment. I hope this is respected. Sasu Farasu. So, my understanding of this, and I'm sure that we will get more into this as we watch this and we learn more. My understanding of this is following the fallout with the FCK server. For those who are unfamiliar, the FCK server was like an art commentary community server that had all kinds of depraved, disgusting, vile, potentially illegal shit going on in it. My understanding is that Lio Convoy had access to the logs of the FCK server for quite a while, but did nothing with them. And it was Peaches, I believe, if I remember correctly, that was actually in the FCK server and was privy to all of this information, and they did nothing. Crazy, 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 crazy.
I mean, I wouldn't say nothing. I will say Lio definitely fucking dropped the ball initially when it came to the FCK stuff, but what really woke him up, which is pretty selfish on Lio's end, was when Peaches decided to throw Lio under the bus to save her own ass by creating false allegations against him about him being like abusive to his adopted fucking kids and shit, and being an abusive blah 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 blah, which was like just not the case. That was when he started to relook at the FCK stuff a little bit more objectively this time. I will say though, I like Lio can be a disgusting piece of shit in some of these calls. Like the Rid call, that Rid call. I think, did I watch it on stream? No, I watched it off stream. The Rid call was fucking disgusting. The way he treated Rid was shitty. Completely shitty. Completely fucking shitty. He's a fucking cunt for treating her like that. Or him. Like that. But with the Sasu stuff, So this was after the FCK started coming out. So, but Sasu isn't involved in the FC. I've never heard Sasu's name ever come up in regards to the FCK, and even in this call, it's never brought up. So,
yeah, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on here. We will continue to learn as we go on. I don't know a ton about. I'm just in my early journey of uncovering what is the depravity that is the ACC and FCK server. I'm just now playing catch up. I know this happened like a year ago or so. However, I think that I have enough introductory knowledge, and then we'll just kind of see where this goes. People can feel free to correct me. Let us begin, Mamacitas.
but then it's worse than you thought. What's the ending takeaway?
I don't need to, because I'm not interested in hearing excuses for your lack of autonomy.
Okay, so he's already like a tearful puddled mess, and we're still going.
Not going to pay attention to that.
Lio's the kind of person that would like punch somebody who was paralyzed. Like he's like such a fucking. I was really close to saying it. He's such a fucking loser, dude. He's such a fucking loser. Like he finds smaller, weaker beings to pick on. That serial killer shit. It's like
smaller, weaker being. But do you understand the? Because it sounds like this guy. This sounds like the Sasu guy is also a piece of shit as well. Like, and it sounds like Lio is just holding him like to account for that. It's like, look, you absolutely treated these people horribly, and I feel like you're downplaying or whatever the fuck. I don't know. We'll see. I guess I don't know. I'm not super invested in this drama right now, but there's really nothing else going on. But like, I'm just trying to like look at this objectively as I can.
It's why it's such a red flag when people like kill animals and shit. Because like you're literally seeking out smaller, weaker beings, and you experience joy from watching them squirm underneath your weight, which is a monumental ask of anyone.
He does do that. He does do that, but I don't know if he does that with Sasu. I don't know. He could actually be justified in treating Sasu like that. I'm not sure.
It's a surprise that he's alive. It's fucking crazy. It's sick. It's sick. Thank God. I'm praying. I don't know what Lio does for work. I think somebody said a truck driver or something. I don't know if that's true. It probably explains why he can be on his phone all day. But I pray to fucking God this man has never fucking worked in like healthcare or anything like that, because this is like the horror stories that you hear of like, you know, care aides that like beat the shit out of their clients and shit like that, or they beat the shit out of their fucking patients, or they kill them
because he's like yelling at some fucking tard on the internet. Really?
And shit like that. Like this is like.
I mean, okay, so it's just apparently it's like really bad. So
once complained about being lonely, being upset of the situation that I'm in, because I know that won't do anything for me. If people are going to see the change, they're going to see it on their own. If I start mentioning the change, then that's going to cause me to regress, and that's going to make people push away.
Okay. May I respond to that for a moment?
I suppose, yeah.
I want to hear when he yells, because I want to know why. Why was he yelling?
Was looking for at least some type of validation on that point, because I did believe during those 4 weeks I had made some progress. I do also want to make it clear, and I want to be upfront with everybody in this call, that I also do have, I don't know if I would classify it as an addiction, but I would state that I do have an attachment for external validation, which is something that I struggled with for a while, and that was feeling that particular fire, for lack of better terms.
If I may.
Okay, so his way of doing that is emotionally unloading on people who like aren't in any relation to him whatsoever, and basically making him their responsibility essentially without like any warning. Is that what that looks like?
Also, you are 25. You should not be seeking out validation for every small improvement you've made.
That's true.
No offense, I should not be in your DMs being like, good job, Sasu. You are no longer constantly talking about me, or good job, Sasu. You are no longer hijacking every conversation with people who are other adults. People who are also adult. Well, not adult, fucking grown up. But to talk about shit only you are interested. No, I'm sorry, but no.
Oh, he's one of those people. He's one of those people where it's like, if I'm not the center of attention, if people aren't talking about me or talking about the things that I'm interested in, then you're a fucking asshole. You're a piece of shit. And oh my God, you suck or whatever. Like, I hate people like that.
That actually is a very good point.
I'm sorry for cutting in. I did say I was going to speak near the end, but this is genuinely something that pisses me off. You should not be seeking validation for something like that. You are improving for yourself, not for me. Okay? I'm going to go back to you. I'm sorry. Don't fucking call me sir.
Wait, what?
That is definitely another point, and I strongly suggest that you talk to your therapist about that.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
For yourself, not for me. Okay? I'm going to go back to you. I'm sorry. Don't fucking call me sir.
What? What the fuck? Wait, what?
That is definitely another point, and I strongly suggest that you talk to your therapist about that too. You know, validating yourself for yourself as opposed to seeking validation from others, because that's got me in trouble before. Fucking sucks. Don't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually don't
That was
think
like
I have
weirdly
anything else. If something
aggressive,
else is brought up,
honestly,
and I want to
from that
voice my
person.
opinion on it, I will do it at the end. So whoever is next.
Oh wait, is this more I love kids? No, no, it's not. This is the Sasu call, which apparently it makes Lio like a massive fucking piece of shit. And I'm trying to understand the context behind it because Malcolm just uploaded a video basically declaring that the Sasu call that Lio had with this person named Sasu makes Lio as like this borderline wannabe serial killer piece of shit who like just beats on helpless autistic people or whatever the fuck for his own amusement, which Lio does take enjoyment in ridiculing people. You could obviously fucking tell. You could obviously tell. And there are moments where he doesn't give a shit if the person is autistic. 100%, 100%. But I don't know if the Sasu call is a good example because from the light digging that I'm doing right now on this Sasu person, it sounds like he's a fucking emotionally manipulative piece of shit. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like this guy's a complete cunt. Kind of deserves to be fucking shit on, if I'm being honest. That's the takeaway though. But I would like to see screenshots of how this emotional dumping looks like. But at the same time, these people that he's done this to are currently bringing this up, and he's not arguing against them. He's conceding. He's agreeing that he does do that. He's agreeing that he does do this shit. So it's like, but for my own personal well-being, or not well-being, but you know what I mean. For my own personal sake, I would like to see it. I would like to see what that exactly looks like, because it could be very well the case that everyone's kind of overreacting here. But from what I've seen, from what I'm hearing, like it just sounds like the Sasu guy's a fucking maniac.
Go right ahead. I'm going to mute.
Can I go next? I do have something to say.
Go ahead.
So, you know, I heard the voice memos, and I read some of the stuff that you were saying. Why would you sit there and say you want to go back to your former group of friends who were just some alt-right incel, like shitbag, borderlining into manosphere bullshit people?
That was said out of frustration. I did not mean anything that was said in that particular
So why say it then? Like, I get being frustrated, but why would you go about, especially with discovering more about yourself and who you are?
He's saying that
why
to a
would you
trans person.
readily and in a fit of being upset, feeling like you're being ostracized by this group, you know, with you being like, I'm pansexual and this, that, and the other. You're literally saying, I'm gonna willingly put myself in the line of fire and get abused by these former people that you used, those shitbags you used to hang out with. Because you told me about that. We had a big long call one day. And you said that you regretted a lot of the stuff that you used.
So, okay, so from what it sounds like he basically like he was being very like overbearing to this group of people. And it sounds like these people were expressing discomfort with that. So his response to that is to essentially say to these trans people and LGBT people, because they're talking about their sexuality in the fucking VC or whatever, he says like, well, I guess I'm just going to go back to being alt-right because you people suck or whatever. It's like, okay, well, it's a bit rude. It's a bit rude to say that to an LGBT person. It's like, yeah, I'm going to swing my way over to the ideology that wants you fucking people eradicated. Like, okay, well, that's a fucking a bit unhinged.
And now you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna go back to that. You said it like a couple times. Like that shit pissed me right the fuck off. I was like, why would you go back to that?
And he's saying he said that because he's
Again,
angry.
I said that out of frustration, but I do want to explain why I did say that. The reason I said that was because I was feeling ostracized. I felt like I was being quietly ostracized, which is something that I had convinced myself during this.
Okay.
When I was with that particular group of people, and I will go into this really quickly, they were very upfront with the fact that they hated me, that I did not deserve to be there, and so on and so forth. I was feeling
Okay, well that kind of changes it a little bit if they were kind of being like, Sasu, why the fuck are you here? You fucking suck, bro. Blah 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 blah. If they were doing that, okay, that makes it a little bit more reasonable if that is the case. Okay, never mind.
At least at that point, they were being a little bit more honest. And when I was in that thought process last week,
So again, we're at like a he said she said kind of bullshit, right? Where it's like, okay, so it sounds like these people were also being mean to him, egging him on, and then he gets angry and he gets out of fucking control in response, right? Over speaker right now, their voice literally sounds like a fucking I love Kim Possible. I don't know. This is why I don't like women. Has your thoughts changed about the fighting the K-Sons? The what? Oh, has my changed my thoughts? They're a lot more tolerable now.
or a couple weeks ago, I was under the impression that I was not being told the honest truth, And in my mind, I said, you know what? I should go back because at least they were honest with me about not liking me. So that. Was
Okay, well, this sounds like an offhanded
who's liking
comment.
you?
Okay, wait, no. Okay, this
Nobody
doesn't sound as bad as I thought it
So
was.
what is this about honesty then? Like, dude, we had a call with you over a month ago. That was like, hey, you need to chill out.
So now that it sounds like they were being very passive aggressive to him, and that he was reading the hint, and he was saying, "Well, I might as well go back to the alt-right because at least they were honest about how they felt about me or some shit." Like it sounded like an offhanded comment or whatever. But okay, so then now it's kind of retarded to hold this over his head because like you guys were being passive aggressive. Of course, you're gonna say something mean like that. Yeah, of course. What?
You need to knock this shit off. And in that call, I was like, I don't hate you. And you know what? I still don't hate you. I just don't like you anymore. There you go, Sasu. I don't like you anymore. And that sucks. Like, Jesus Christ. I can't. What? You know what? All right. Here's my honesty. I'm disappointed. Truly disappointed and
Oh
pissed
my
off.
god. Spare me the fucking
Because I sat here and I wasn't even
melodramatic nonsense. Holy
because
shit.
I was like, you know what?
dude.
I don't have anything else to say. But then I remembered, like, those memos and the document, and the big thing that, like I said, that pissed me off was you're like, I'm just gonna go back to the people who treated me like shit, and I'm gonna give them more shit for it because at least they're honest. Like, no.
What?
It just sucks, man. And I don't know. I have a lot to say, but
Wow,
I
A
can't
plus in
someone else can go
articulating.
now.
Whoever is
Sorry, you can go.
speaking right now.
Okay. Oh my god, I just clicked out of my notes as well. Sorry. I don't know how to start this, I'm gonna be honest, because I'm honestly just confused. Because I've told you multiple times, like hundreds of times at this point, so many times that there's no way that you can say that you forgot or you didn't remember. I've told you so many times that if you need to talk to someone, you can talk to me. So to hear that you've been going to literally everyone else besides me is baffling.
Okay.
Because
what? Why?
You
Do you care?
say in the doc that I'm one of your closer friends, and you tell everyone that we're friends and that you can trust me and all this stuff, but then you never actually come to me and you go to other people who have told you that they're not comfortable with you trauma dumping on them, and I just don't understand why. So can you answer that for me, please?
The trauma dumping is retarded.
The best way that I can answer it is that I just go to the first person that I see and just dump on them. That's the
Like
way-
why?
that's the
Like
truth
that
of it.
sounds psychotic.
Well, I'm gonna be blunt here. That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You don't go up to random people. You go to the people that you know you can talk to. Like if you say that you're on your way to really better yourselves and all that, but you need to start with the basics of setting up a support system. You need to be able to recognize who you can and can't talk to. If people have actively said not to trauma dump to them, don't fucking trauma dump to them. You have avenue. There's no excuses. If you had no one there telling you that you can talk to them, I'd understand going to just one of your friends. But if you have an open avenue to talk to people, if there is someone who is telling you, I will listen to you if you need to dump, because
Like he's
that
just
is what
making
I-
himself
that
other
is what,
people's problems. Like this
I'm
is
willing to do
just
for you as
dumb
a
on
friend.
his end.
You don't go to other people who haven't told you that. You know you have that avenue because I've told you multiple times that you have that avenue. So the fact that you're not exploring it and then you're suddenly telling everyone else that, oh, we're really close friends, it doesn't fucking feel like it. The first time, there are 2 instances recently where you've DM'd me first. All actual conversations
Yes, this
about
person,
just friend
insisted
stuff. That's all
use
me.
the whole thing?
I'm the one who
That's
DM'd you being like, hey,
retarded.
do you want to hang out? Hey, do you want a VC? Hey, do you want to go watch this movie? And twice you've DM'd me recently. Once to vent, which again is fine. I'm not going to use that against you. It is fine that you come to vent with me because that is what I've said, and that is a boundary I set up and said, you can do this. Just ask me first. So it's fine for you to come and vent to me. So I'm not going to use that. But what I'm pointing out is that the only times you DM'd me first in recent times was a message about how you're sorry that I had to deal with Grim, which that's fine. That
Okay,
was
so
nice of you to say.
it
Thank
does.
you.
Okay,
But
so
the
it
only
sounds like he does not respect people's
other time
boundaries.
was to
Okay.
vent in recent times, and again, not going to use that against you. But do you see how frustrating it is to hear, not even from you, secondhand, that we're apparently close friends when you don't treat me like one? You don't want to. You don't hang out with me. You don't try to have
Not like
conversations
you.
with me. And then I hear how much you're messaging Sprout, or how much
I
you're
just
messaging
say
me at the
LGBT.
time, or how much you're messaging everyone else.
No,
at the
actually, you know how you fucking simplify it? You just say faggot. The fags. There you go.
And then you have the nerve to say I'm one of your closer friends.
The
Then you
fag
should act
community.
like it.
I can understand how that's
There you
frustrating.
go. Boom. Easy.
Yeah, I should fucking hope so. Alexa, stop.
Done.
If you understand how that's frustrating, you need to do better, because you said that you were going to do better. You said that you were going to explore the avenues that you have, and you're going to use the support systems that you have. You have your therapist and you have me, because I've openly said that I'm an avenue, and yet you still go to people who have openly said not to trauma dump on them. It's baffling. So you don't understand, really, because if you understood, you wouldn't fucking do it. We've had conversations about. I think this is, and it's so fucking frustrating. So we've had conversations about our past, right? You're one of the only people who fully knows the extent of what happened to me, and you know how similar our fucking situations have been. So it kills me that you don't even have the fucking goal to actually like fucking interact with me like I'm a normal fucking human being. The only DMs we have, I gave up. I would just DM you being like, let's talk, let's VC, and then after a while I fucking gave up. That's why our DMs are dead, because I stopped chasing a friendship that clearly doesn't fucking happen. So it's fine if you don't want to put in the effort. It's fine if you don't actually want to have a fucking friendship. Don't fucking put on your doc that we're close friends if you're not gonna fucking act like it.
Fair enough, I guess.
I understand, but I want to make something very clear. I understand that you are frustrated, and I understand that I did not put in the effort. That's my fault. That is totally my fault, and I'm not going to shy away from it. Period. I will take full responsibility for not treating you as a close friend, as I stated.
Okay, how will you do
That's all I was
that?
gonna
You can't just say that. How will you do that?
There's
Sorry.
No, you go.
No, I'm just going to save my comments for last.
No, if you have a comment that you want to say about me, then you can go ahead and do it right now.
I have no comments. I have no comments against you specifically. I have other comments in general that I want to say for last.
Fine. But hold on, I'm gonna stop for a sec.
Okay.
Drunko wants to go next, so I'm gonna let Drunko go.
Multiple something,
I'm planning
whatever.
on staying quiet.
MM?
I'll keep myself unmuted. Like, I will be quiet. I'm just calling out who wants to go next. Alright, go ahead, Drunko.
Alright, Sasu. Question. Do you know how long it takes to fix something on yourself?
A long time. I have no idea what
Okay.
the estimate date is. Sorry.
Okay, a long time. Do you think 3 weeks is a long time?
In retrospect, no.
Do you think a month is a long time?
In retrospect, no.
Alright then, it hasn't been long enough time, and these people that you've hurt and tried to reach out to, do you think they had enough time to recover
No,
from
not at
what
all.
you did? Alright then.
Was
why
it
are you
really
trying to
that
reach out to them?
bad?
They don't want to talk to you, and I know this has been said before, but it really pisses me off that you think you're owed their attention when you've hurt them.
Yeah, that
They don't owe you
sounds
shit.
to be the case.
And I was relatively nice the last call, and I said I didn't hate you, and nobody in the call, everyone who was in that first call, also stated that they didn't
Oh,
hate
come on, you suck,
you, right?
That is correct.
you bitch.
Alright then, why are you twisting?
I was not intentionally twisting it. That's what I believed at the time as time was going on.
Alright, that's...
Go ahead.
It just baffles me that somebody tells you, hey man, you hurt me and here's why. I need space from you. And you still don't work on yourself. You still go to other people who are not within this situation to dump on them. That's not fair, that's not right. I didn't do shit to you. You said in your doc or voice memo, whatever one it was, that nobody reached out to you. You didn't reach out to anybody else either. You didn't reach out to me, and I had no problem with you at the time.
That is correct.
You tried to reach out to people that you hurt. And then you say some cockamamie bullshit about you wanting to go back to the alt-right with the group.
I
of
get. I
people that
just.
are
Why are we
trans
hammering on? It's so
and
stupid.
gay.
Why are we fucking hammering
Again,
on?
that was
this?
out of complete and utter frustration. I want to make that clear. It was out of complete and utter frustration. I have no intention of rejoining at all.
And this is over like 3 weeks of not being able to talk to certain people.
That was one of the main factors. Yes.
But the friends you do have, like Sonny,
Wait, because
who had
he
opened their
wasn't
doors
able to talk to
to
them.
you.
I'm just so confused.
just-
Was it that they were being passive, like passive aggressive directly towards him, or were they just not talking to him? Like what? Dude, what?
toss to the side because that's not the friend that you wanted to talk to. You had a meltdown because Smout had to take a mental health break.
The guy's
for
queer, etc.
Reasons unknown that I don't even know. You went to Blue
Queer.
and dumped. You
Yes.
don't just go to your friends to dump. That's not what friends are for. That's what your therapist is for. That's what they get paid for.
Yes,
You
sir.
don't go to people. You don't go to people who are supposed to be your friends to just dump. That's not what they're there for. They're not there for your own personal like agenda where they're like, all right, give me all your shit, and I will consume.
Give me
That's not
all
what
your
they're there
money.
for.
Give
They're
me
there
all
for,
your
"Hey, you hang
shit."
out? Yeah, sure. Or I'm busy. Find something else to do. There's a lot that you can do. You're 25 years old.
I want to make it clear. At the time when I was doing it, I thought that's how friendships. I want to be honest here. I thought that's how friendships progress. That we share. a
You're
bunch of things that we
25
talk
and
about,
that's how
stuff
you
that's
thought
happening,
it
and we work
fucking
through it
worked?
together.
Dude,
When I told-
no, even if you're autistic, I feel like you should understand that people are more than just like fucking like an emotional sponge for you to fucking use at a whim. Like, okay, like come on. Like, no, this is bullshit. This is kind of bullshit.
I told my therapist that, and I want to be very clear. When I told my therapist that, he told me to stop immediately because that's not how it works. That's not
So then where are we here right now? What the fuck?
how friendships work. And once I was told to stop, I was told to stop. I completely and utterly stopped. Now it hasn't. I've
Did
had
he?
issues with regression and I've had issues with relapsing, but at the same time, I was under the impression that that's how bonds are.
So he didn't. So okay. So he didn't stop. So what the fuck? He literally says like, and then I completely stopped, unless those other times where I didn't stop and I kept doing it. But that was just a moment of regression. Like what? Come on, dude. No. What?
That is the honest truth. I will not lie about that. Sorry, go ahead.
You
Also, I'm just not a fan, and I'm doing this too because I'm just not a fan of fucking infantilizing fucking autistic people. Like the way Malcolm was talking about this guy is like he's just some helpless fucking like actual debilitatingly retarded person who doesn't understand what the fuck is going on. It's like, no, it just sounds like this guy's a selfish asshole, right? And he got caught red-handed, like, or not caught red-handed, but you like he got busted fucking his little fucking gimmick is exposed or whatever. Is like he uses other people for as an emotional sponge, right? Selfishly. And people are just sick of it. People are sick of dealing with it. So like no, like just because you're autistic doesn't mean you're completely helpless to like the outside world.
like brushed people's experiences off when they were trying to relate to you.
Yes.
Why?
Sense
That's
of
not
valid.
what friends do. No, it's fine. I talked to her. I get it. That's not what friends do. You brushed their pain and their trauma off because yours was bigger. You can't measure trauma. That's not what friends do.
That I understand now. Yes.
Yes, Mal, you can. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. Don't worry. Oh fuck. I just forgot. I'm so sorry. It was
Get
about
completely
friendship.
fucked.
Yeah. You gotta keep in mind we did have a call about this, and I have literally told you that it does not work like that at all whatsoever.
So
I
it
don't
sounds
know
like he's
if
being
that is
told
the
multiple times
certain
and he
way
just
you
doesn't
understood that
care.
or whatever, but the fact that going to people, and I mean, it's one thing if you want to bond, but the other thing
booty
is
terraform,
that it was only a completely one-sided thing.
Yes.
And that is something that you have not changed until this very point. After you have been reminded multiple times.
I want to hear
that,
when he
people
screams.
feel
What
like
what does he scream in regards to? Like I'm not for entertainment's sake, but like
Have you
what
gone
is
to
the
a therapist
context
about
for
it?
him
Yes,
behind
I
him
did.
screaming?
Have you addressed this very point?
Yes, we have addressed this point. That when somebody tells me that they don't want to hear about the trauma dumping or whatever, well, the first thing he actually did say was that leave the hot stuff, the actual trauma stuff, for him and for my family. Don't go to random internet people online. Don't trump on them. They have nothing to do with the life whatsoever, unless they explicitly say so, which I did not have at the time. But again, I overruled myself stupidly and did so anyway. He told me straight up not to do that, and the only way that I'm able to form any friendship is if there's a reciprocity. I think he said, where I listen to them and they also listen to me, and it has to be balanced. At the same time, when I described everything that was going on and the way that I was trying to form these relationships and trying to keep these relationships, he did say these are very one-sided. You're not giving any reciprocity to the other person. You need to do that. And I understood everything, and I put everything into perspective. I actually wrote down everything that he said, and I actually wrote down and spent the last couple of days writing down everything.
Okay.
And I understand, and there is a pattern that yes, I do have issues with listening to other people. I have issues with dismissing other people's stories. That is my fault, and I am absolutely trying to work on that. It is a very long road. I am trying to make progress on it, and clearly it has not.
It's like, okay, so now what's developing in my head is that this guy has been told over and over and over and over again to fix his shit, and he just doesn't. He pretends like he does understand it, but then he just goes back to doing it again and again and again and again because he knows people will just put up with it. But now we're having this call right now that's happening right now because people are sick of it. People are finally fed up with it. So that's why this whole fake and shit is happening right now. Okay, so
Really gone
understanding
as far as
that
I thought,
now.
and that is my fault. But I will continue to work on it.
I want to add in something real quick because you said about trauma bonding, and how it was trauma bonding was how you formed friendships and stuff. I don't think you really take that to heart, and I'm going to be honest about it, because if you did take that to heart, I've already told you. Nobody here knows like what I've told you.
Yes.
You know what I've been through because I told you.
Yes.
Because I wanted to show that I understood and I was just like you before I got help. And you don't. Where's our fucking friendship, Sasu? Because clearly you didn't take on what I said to you. Because if trauma bonding was really how you made friendships, then you would maybe care a bit more about ours. Because our trauma's pretty fucking similar. So I'm just calling bullshit on that.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, it's
Completely
not
fair.
bullshit, and I will stand by that.
You got a real fucking funny way of showing it, but okay.
I'm gonna chime in real quick. Sassy, you're coming in kind of heated. I
He
understand.
is, dude. Okay, so I'm not fucking crazy. I thought that's just the way he talks. He sounds really fucking mad. He sounds really like passive aggressive in this whole fucking call.
Might be
And it's like, well, you're in a situation where you kind of don't deserve to be passive aggressive about what the fuck is happening right now. You sound like a trauma dumping piece of shit who doesn't care about what other people are going through, right? Who doesn't care about what other people have going on in their lives because they're just emotional sponges for you to fucking use at a whim. Like, okay, so it's like this guy sounds like a prick.
frustrated at the situation.
Okay.
I understand that, but being aggressive and clapping and like smacking your hands and talking rather
Okay. Well,
frustratedly,
nitpicking at that.
with me.
Oh,
Just
what the fuck
I
ever.
understand. I'm just getting heated because I'm trying to be as honest as possible, and it seems. Let me be careful here. I'm trying to be honest as possible. I'm trying to be as raw and honest as possible. I said what happened, and just to respond to Plink, what I saw in the chat, that if it's not Lumi, doesn't matter. That's complete bullshit. Some total bullshit. First and
Just
foremost.
come in. What did I
have
miss?
stated
Or I'm gaining context behind the Sasu call that apparently is like super bad and horrible.
that the reason I grew so obsessed with Lumi
With
was
Leo.
because of an emotional attachment to him that got out of control. I'm going to be clear on that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I'm gonna cut in just by saying I wouldn't to point out the fact that I can tell you exactly why you fucking bonded to me. Do you want me to?
Go ahead. I want to hear.
Because
now
I
this
fucking
person's
sat there and I let you vent to me. I would sit through calls with you, and you would share your life story, and I would just nod along and not let you go. I would let you go, and you would go on. And because I gave you that quote-unquote avenue of being able to vent your frustrations, you were like, oh man, that's a friend right there. That's a friend. That's not trauma bonding either, because
To be fair, okay, let me understand this situation, right? You consistently let this guy use you as a sponge, and you're sick of it now? Like, shouldn't you have set that boundary up to begin with, to be fair? Like, okay, like, come on.
and I'm gonna point this out to everyone, when I tried to show you the same, where I tried to give you some of my life, which I'm gonna fucking be honest, I gave you like the smidgen of it. You became so uncomfortable, I had to stop and comfort you through it.
Correct.
Yeah. That is why you bonded to me. Oh, and also, what was it again you said about me?
Because
being
he's getting
friends? I was, like, the
babied.
first
He's
trans
getting
person to accept
essentially
you.
babied in this community.
At the
Okay.
time, I didn't really read into it. I was like, kind of weird, but like, I find that really fucking weird looking back on it though, because like,
Wait, what?
really? That's
Wait,
all.
wait,
That
what?
was why you bonded to me. Oh, and also, what was it again you said about me being trans? I was like the first trans person that accepted you.
Yes.
At the time, I didn't really read into it. I was like, kind of weird, but like, I find that really fucking weird looking back on it though, because like,
Wait, why?
really? That's all it took? You having an emotional sponge to take all your shit and then me being trans?
No, that's not what it. Don't even link those two together. Don't even start. first and
Okay,
foremost.
I'll separate them. I'll keep the trans thing out of it. Me being an emotional sponge.
Yes, emotional sponge. At the time, yes. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was absolutely one-sided in it. Absolutely. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And y'all are gonna sit here and make fucking jokes about it. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here now.
What?
I'm not making any fucking jokes.
What is he referring
I'm not
to?
joking. That's what it sounds like to me.
The only person making jokes is literally Baiji. And you don't get to say you all. I'm gonna call you on that right fucking now.
All right, only Baiji. Excuse me.
Yes, you are excused. Let's continue now. I'm gonna go back to being muted. Well, not muted, quiet.
You said that it does.
Oh my god, I'm getting raped! Holy
it's
shit,
like
dude.
saying that if it isn't like Lumi, it doesn't matter with trauma, yeah?
Yes, it does. It matters
Okay.
for everything. Let me just finish. Let me just state this. I don't want to hurt anyone. That's period. End of story. I don't want to hurt anybody in this call. I don't want to hurt anybody that's in this call right now. Clearly, I fucked up.
Some people are
wrongly.
just nice to their own
That
detriment.
is
I
clear.
used to be like
My
that.
goal is to never
Believe it or
hurt
not.
anyone. But clearly, I got so one-sided, and I got so involved with myself, and I got so invested with myself, and looking for approval for others.
But it's like and now he's just whipping himself because he wants people to feel bad. That's the vibe that I'm getting right now. It's like he's whipping himself. He's like, look what you're doing to me. Look, I'm taking accountability, you fucking pieces of shit. Look, you're making me feel like an asshole. It's like, well, because you fucking are, dude. Like, but dude, yeah, I used to be like really nice for a time period. Really tolerant of like a lot of bullshit. But I can't recall exactly what made me fucking like quote unquote snap. But like eventually I'm just like, dude, I am so done with everyone's shit. I am completely apathetic. I'm completely apathetic to whatever the fuck is going on in other people's fucking lives. Okay, not my fucking problem.
I hurt people regardless, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna brush it off. I'm gonna sit here in this call right now in front of everybody, in front of the 10 or 11 people. I don't know how many people there are right now, but I'm going to take full accountability for what happened. Full uttered accountability and responsibility. For
To be fair, it sounds like what he's doing. He's not denying it.
So if it does, so you're saying now that you do actually care about you care about what I told you compared to what Lumi has told you, yeah?
I will take everybody's criticisms and words equally. Yes.
No, I mean, no, listen. I mean, in the past, if Lumi told you things, oh my god, what we were talking about is the fact that when I gave you trauma, sorry, wrong phrasing. When I shared with you my trauma, there wasn't friendship back on it, but then you're talking about trauma bonding being used as friendship. That's what Flink was referring to as if it isn't Lumi, it doesn't matter.
Now I'm hypercritical of
Lumi was
everyone.
agreeing, Flink was agreeing with what I said. Now, was that a misunderstanding on your half, or
Yes,
is that
it was,
what you're arguing?
It was a misunderstanding. I did not know the context of what was being said. I didn't understand what was being said. I thought Flink was talking to me, saying that if it's not coming from Lumi's mouth, if the words are not coming from Lumi's mouth, it doesn't matter to me unless it's coming from his mouth. I'm dead tired of it.
Sasu, I'm talking to you in a very low tone right now, and I expect the same respect back.
Wait, what? Did I miss? What the fuck?
When I shared with you my trauma, there wasn't friendship back on it, but then you're talking about trauma bonding being used as friendship. That's what Flink was referring to as if it isn't Lumi, it doesn't matter. Lumi was agreeing, Flink was agreeing with what I said. Now, was that a misunderstanding on your half, or
Yes,
is that what you're arguing?
It was a misunderstanding. I did not know the context of what was being said. I didn't understand what was being said. I thought Flink was talking to me, saying that if it's not coming from Lumi's mouth, if the words are not coming from Lumi's mouth, it doesn't matter to me unless it's coming from his mouth. I'm dead tired of it.
Sasu, I'm talking to you in a very...
What? Why the fuck are you getting aggressive? What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Low tone right now, and I expect the same respect back. Do you understand me?
Like, I don't give a fuck this guy's mentally disabled. Like, you're just come off as a complete prick. Like...
Yes, sorry.
I've been very fucking calm with you this whole call, and I will not have you speaking to anyone here or me.
Okay, so more or less, this is what's going on. I kind of get it. Okay, I kind of get it. All right. So I kind of understand the context behind this now. So this will hopefully help me understand this call that's apparently like really bad.
To them, you have an avenue where you can actually talk to these people. So why would you go to other?
So just to be clear, we're listening to the next call, the call that happened after. Where I listened into this one. Just to be clear.
People, and you said, and I'm quoting this verbatim. You said
Bro
the
is driving
best
through
way
all
I
this.
can
No.
answer is that I
He's
was the first
driving.
person
He's driving throughout this one, and the other one, it sounds like he's like in a fucking room or whatever.
I see and dump on them, and I said that's stupid, and you agreed. So you were told about boundaries multiple times, and you still crossed them. That's why the second call happened. So what you're not gonna do is lie on this fucking call, because if
First off,
you
I'm
want
not
to talk
lying.
it out, you are literally lying. We literally have the call where you was specifically told don't cross these boundaries, and we have the second call
That's
where
what
you
we just heard.
specifically brought up the fact you agreed to the fact that you crossed those boundaries.
Yeah.
You
In
have
fact, in
multiple
the second,
times on.
in the call he had with Asuka and I, you literally said you don't agree with somebody's boundaries. You knew they were there.
Well, in regards to
I'm
what?
now- hold on. Yes, you did. That's recorded, Sasu. That's recorded. And I'm being very calm, very patient with you, but I will not accept this from you.
Well, here's the thing too. This call did not need to happen. If this guy was still being like, because my understanding is like this call is happening again because he's doing it again. He's doing it again, right? So that's why Lao is being brought in and Ponder Sprocket is being brought in to sort of like hopefully wrangle this guy. Here's the thing. At this point, this guy doesn't fucking get it. So just ban him from the community. Tell the people, it's like, listen, if you want to keep dealing with him, keep dealing with him, okay? I would recommend you block him if you don't want to deal with this shit anymore. He's getting banned from the fucking community. He clearly can't fucking handle it. And then just, we don't need this. This call does not need to exist. Like, this is just retarded.
Good enough from you, I think.
But again, okay, so now I see the argument. It's like, well, Lao obviously would want this call to happen because he likes it. Whenever drama happens within Lao's vicinity, he likes to get involved in it so he could LARP as like Batman or whatever the fuck he could do. He could big man other people and shit like that. He likes doing that clearly.
I will not allow you to lie about your actions because you have been doing that for quite
So
some time.
Lao isn't innocent in this fucking call. I'm kind of more or less understanding like this is just useless. It's useless to have this. Like, this call did not need to happen.
It's also why you've had no problem terrorizing people in order to get the attention you wanted. And this is something I often would not say because usually I find it abhorrent, but as somebody who's had to put up with that behavior for the better part of 2 years now, I
Breaking
feel
their internet
I am
devices.
somewhat qualified to speak of it. What you did to Asuka and Indo was absolutely horrific. And I think you did it to them because you knew they'd be vulnerable enough to put up with it.
Well, that's more or less
That's
an assumption.
absolutely untrue, and you know that.
Actually,
Well,
I know that
actually,
it is true.
we wouldn't know that that's untrue because you kind of admitted it. You kind of admitted it in the call that we just saw. In the last call, you kind of admitted it. In that 3-hour fucking archived fucking bullshit, he literally conceded. Like, yeah, I was using people as emotional sponges. I absolutely was taking advantage of people. He admitted it. Like, wait, what? Okay. Huh. Interesting.
You want to know how I know it's true? It's because the minute I hopped on
Go
call,
ahead. I want to hear that. I want to hear that.
the moment I hopped on call and I told you to knock it off, you did.
That's because I didn't know what the hell you do. You were threatening to call the cops on me, sir.
What the fuck?
Because
Wait,
you were
what?
threatening to drive your vehicle off a ridge,
Oh.
sir.
Okay.
And I
when
explained,
when
enough.
Asuka, excuse me, when Asuka and Endo
If
told
that
you
is the
that
case,
they-
and Lyle either has a shit memory or he fucking lies, okay? Wait, no, he does. No, Lyle has lied before. He's lied on behalf of Peaches. So, like, Lyle, he could be lying, but Sasu's not refuting it. So it's like, it sounded like Lyle was calling the cops because this guy was threatening to kill himself because that's what he does.
you were going to call to get you help. You told them if they did, you would have the cops shoot you. You didn't say that to me. So I said it in the last conversation I had with you. I say it here. You have a tendency of playing these games with AFAB people. You're not going to play it with me. And you shouldn't do it with them either. But I know what your limits are.
I could kind of see the consistency. I see the argument.
This has nothing to do with AFAB people. Don't even go.
Well, I mean, like, don't even. You're just gonna say don't even go there. Okay, then why is it that all these people are AFAB? Huh? Why is it that all these people are AFAB or like trans women? Why? Isn't that weird? Isn't that oddly convenient? We're talking about like he's apparently done this shit to like 4 or 5 people and they're all like AFAB or trans women. It's like, okay, it's a little crazy coincidence.
Get started on that. This has nothing to do with AFAB people. Excuse me.
And to be fair, it is speculative on Lyle's end to be like, you're targeting AFAB people. It's like, well, hold on. Like, we don't know if that's true. It could genuinely be just a fucking coincidence, but I mean, for you to assert that he's deliberately and maliciously targeting AFAB people, okay, now you got to prove that. Okay.
Nothing to do with AFAB people. This has nothing to do with AFAB people.
Then explain the pattern.
Can you?
Well, just because it explains the pattern, what does
Yeah,
it fucking mean?
because you'll do it to Asuka.
The only thing I can explain.
You'll do it to Sunny. You did it to Lumi. You try to do it with Peaches. Don't do it to me.
Uh-oh. Not Peaches. Not Lyle's Peaches,
too.
bro.
That's 6, Sasu.
You didn't
6.
Do, and you didn't do it with Baiju.
Well, Baiju's a piece of shit. We all know that, but regardless of
I'm gonna be.
Wait,
I'm gonna be.
What the fuck? So he did it to this one guy, but he deserved it because he's a piece of shit? Okay, so then why don't you deserve to get fucking ridiculed and mocked because you're a piece of shit?
Feel mean because I think you need to hear this. I'd take Baiji over you any day.
I actually did not hear that. What did you say?
I said I'll take Baiji over you any day, and I'm not saying that to be specifically mean. I'm saying that because with Baiji, what you see is what you get. With you, you pathologically lied.
So you're going to take somebody who falsely called me a rapist over me? Is that what you're saying?
You know what? I've actually had the chance to re-listen to that call, Sasu. That's not exactly what happened.
This Sasu person is not a
happened.
trustworthy narrator. They're
Baiji's
not trustworthy
point
at
is
all.
that rapists also like to abuse boundaries. It was a asinine comparison, but it wasn't calling you a rapist.
Technically, he was. He was saying that my actions linking me to a rapist, therefore he called me a rapist.
That's
or
not
a rapist in the making.
That's not the same.
That is not how that works, Sasu.
That is exactly how it works.
I just
Sasu's
told
a
you that's not,
retard.
it's not going to be accepted. And I just also pointed out a 6-person pattern of behavior for you that I noticed you can't really have any sort of retort to.
Ralph.
So the reason why
Well,
I say
if
I'll
you
take
would let me
Vice over
explain-
you, go ahead, explain
If
away
you would
why
let me
there's a
explain,
pattern. Go for it.
I said this, and I'm going to say it again, and you better let me talk because this is starting to get really stupid.
He's been letting you talk. Like, dude. I'm 20 minutes in. Like, I'm struggling to see why this sassy person is like literally like a baby that just got kicked in the face. Like, I just.
Can you let me talk?
Go for it.
He's literally been letting him talk. Like, bro, come on.
I don't
Get
take
real.
advantage of AFAB people. I don't take advantage of anybody in general.
Well, no, wrong. To be fair, you literally admitted to taking advantage of AFAB people. Now, did you take advantage of them because they were AFAB? We don't know that, okay? But you absolutely did take advantage of these people. You admitted it.
Like I said, reactive. I am reactive. Sometimes it's a spur of the moment. Other times it can linger out for days.
His
You don't
therapist
know
failed
what I'm
him.
thinking in my head first and foremost.
Therapists can only work if you want them to work, right? Like the only thing a therapist can do is just give you advice. And if Sasu doesn't want to take that advice and he wants to fucking dig his head in the sand and bury it and like not listen to fucking anybody's advice, then that's his own loss. I wouldn't say the therapist failed it. I mean, I kind of more or less it's like it's an offhanded comment, but like to sort of dig into that, it's not the therapist's fault. This guy doesn't want to fucking take the advice. Is that you're in an internet argument? What if I want to get into an internet argument because it's funny to me?
You don't know what's wrong with me, so don't even go
It's
there.
obvious.
All
It's
right, we're
obvious
gonna
what's
close that
fucking wrong
avenue
with you,
off
bro. What?
Really quickly. Second of all,
Go ahead.
I can't convey my emotions properly. So whenever I'm feeling sad or angry, it comes out as anger or violence.
Jesus.
That's the unfortunate thing about it. You don't know what I have to go through.
Okay, so maybe you as a fucking fully grown person should be more responsible and be more this is a fucking disgustingly retarded thing that he's doing right now. He's like, this is just what I do and you have to accept me for that. How about fix your shit? Why should people have to deal with you when you're getting pissy and angry and quote unquote violent with people? Like, why should people have to put up with that? Why do you feel like why do you feel like people should just expect to have to deal with that? Why can't you just fix that? Why can't you just not do that?
You're never going to know what I got to go through. And
Gaslighting, yeah.
frankly, I don't need you telling me how I should deal with it.
I'm just starting to really not like this Sasu.
Excuse me. I'm not dictating how you should feel. I am
You
dictating.
kind of are.
No, I am dictating how you will not react.
That's true. Yeah, that's kind of more or less what Lyle's going
Feelings are one thing.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, we're not saying what you should be doing. Like I've given you.
No, to be fair, you guys are kind of more or less saying that. You're kind of more or less saying like what he should be doing. He shouldn't be. You're in tandem saying what he should be doing by saying what he shouldn't be doing, right? Like it's just semantical fucking retarded shit. But basically, you guys kind of are more or less telling him how he's supposed to act, but it's to his own benefit, so he doesn't come off as like an overbearing prick. Which is why this whole fucking call is happening to begin with. Is because he's an overbearing prick.
Advice before on what you could do. That if you
Right.
don't want this,
That's kinda more or
if you
less
don't want
thing,
X to happen,
right?
you shouldn't
That's my
do
understanding
Y
of the
because
situation.
They directly correlate. Oh, Lyle died. Oh, there he is. But they directly correlate with each other. So if you don't want X to happen, you shouldn't do Y.
Your basement dollars.
It's just basic equations. But what you're trying to do is you're the one trying to dictate what we should do because you're the one being like, I don't want anyone to talk about me ever. And you shouldn't talk about me and shouldn't bring up anything you do. You are trying to dictate ours on what we should or should not say. And the fact of the matter is, you.
He dictates while I dictate.
That you hurt people.
I mean,
Do
slime.
you think that people who are not hurt by you are allowed to talk about the way that you hurt them, and then refuse to?
Yeah.
Hello.
Is he gonna argue against that because he conceded that in the other call?
No, go on, dude. It was really go on.
I in that document, and I said multiple times in
I
voice calls, and
am Steve.
don't interrupt me when I say this because I'm trying to be as patient as possible. I'm trying to be
He's so
as,
fucking entitled,
as detailed as possible, and I'm trying to be as forefront as possible. I have admitted to what I did wrong.
That's
I'm
true.
not proud of what I did. I'm not defending what I did, and I'm not going to be called a liar, because my mother
You
never raised a liar.
Kind of did lie.
And frankly, I'm starting to think, and excuse me, I hate to even bring this up, but now I'm starting to feel like I'm being attacked for.
Oh my God,
being
dude! No, okay, no.
Male with mental issues.
Dude, fuck you, dude. No, fuck this guy. No, fuck you. No, everything Leo did completely fucking justified. Fuck you. Dude, he just did it. He literally just did it. He's like, I'm a victim. Oh my God. I'm being pressed on for being a lying piece of shit, being a scumbag fucker, right, to these people. I'm arguing with them. I'm trying to justify it, but then simultaneously saying I'm taking accountability while justifying why I'm doing the way that, just justify why I'm a piece of shit to people. Like, dude, like, no, fuck this guy.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I want to talk about this Twitter thread. Do you seriously think that people are attacking you because you're a cis white male, Jewish male? Is that the reason you think?
That's
Sasu.
retarded.
So let's tackle that. Let's tackle that whole.
Oh, Zelaya, you muted yourself.
In what way do you think any of us are anti-Semitic?
He's literally
it's
just
not
fish.
the
He's
anti-Semitic
fish.
thing. Let's put
he's
that
fishing.
to the side. I'm talking about my white heritage first and foremost. I'm talking about my white skin color.
What?
And the fact that I'm a male.
What do you think your ethnicity has anything to do with how people are talking to you?
That's a great fucking question.
Because anybody, and I said this in the Twitter thread, and it's true, that when Aaron had a meltdown, they had to be coddled. When Aiden had a meltdown, they had to be coddled. When Sonny had a meltdown, I was there to coddle them.
You've been nothing but coddled, and that came to a precipice on the other. This is what I mean. This is what I'm fucking talking about. He's trying to self-victimize and justify why he's an angry piece of shit to people. Like, no, dude, no.
And multiple people were there to coddle them. When anybody with that was transgender or was gender fluid
almost
or
called him a
non-binary
tranny.
had an issue, they were comforted. But when it came to me, a white cis male, as we call it now, when I came and I said, I need help, I was literally screaming for help, but I didn't know how to vocalize it. What had happened to me? I got villainized for it, and I got browbeat.
Dude, you got villainized for it because you were fucking blowing up people's DMs with your problems when they never asked for it. When you didn't give any fucking warning. When you didn't have that kind of relationship with them. What the fuck? Dude, and he conceded everything. He already conceded this. I don't have to make shit up. I don't have to make shit. He conceded that in the other call. Bro. Oh, this is all twisted. This is all twisted. Wait, I'm starting to more or less see that Lyle did not fuck with this person at all. This was just warranted criticisms.
In front of 100 people. So that's why I think that. And I know it's true.
That's it.
No. Can I...
No.
Mind if I say a point if that's okay?
Here. You can go ahead. Here, still take a shot at it.
Yeah, so you're saying that you weren't cuddled because you're a cis white male, right?
Complete bullshit.
Yes. Like, I don't really know you, Sassy, you don't really know me kind of thing. So when I had an issue, when me and Lio had an issue, and Erin was convincing them to make a video on me, there's a call which, again, was deleted between me and Lio. I wasn't cuddled. I wasn't supported. In the third call, which was never even made public, I was almost crying. It's not just because you're cis.
Yeah, and they're British. They almost fucking deserved it too.
Male. that you were treated that way. I was treated like shit as well. So I don't really get that excuse because I have all the things which you're trying to say. Oh no, only people
This
like
is
that.
certainly
I'm
now a case
autistic,
study.
I'm trans.
Dude, it's a case study about how people will just take a fucking call. They will just take anything given to them to try and make Lio look like a fucking evil, malicious piece of shit. It's like, listen, Lio is a fucking retard in so many areas. But it feels like people don't actually know what those areas are, so they will just make shit up. They will just act and pretend to be offended at shit without even knowing the fucking full situation. They will hold Lio to things that they don't even know. They have no idea what the fuck they're referring to. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Dude. It's just, well, I don't like Lio, so I feel like I am justified in making shit up about him. It's like, what?
I have all of that, and I wasn't cuddled and protected. It's just, it's a weird point for you to raise.
Well, it's a true point to raise because, again, go ahead.
Well, if it's a true point, then why did they not cuddle me then?
You're comparing one call to the months of shit that I had to endure during and after the fact.
Because you
Okay?
self-admitedly act
My
like a
mental
prick.
issues.
Like,
I had to
I just don't fucking get it.
like almost full character assassination. Like again, you're saying it's not an example.
Yeah, you did.
Like you were saying, yeah, I had to draw like people trying to fully attack my character, multiple hate messages and everything like that. So your point of being you weren't cuddled because you're a cis white male. Makes
Dude,
no
and so this completely recontextualizes this, bro. This whole fucking shit, I don't trust a fucking word of this coming from this guy. I don't fucking trust it. This guy has like a fetish of like fucking whipping himself and acting like a fucking victim. Like, I do not trust this at all. I do not trust this at all. If this is true, this is something I'm interested to see. Where does he mention this? Sending unwanted packages, even making death threats. Harassments of me and my family. Can I see that? Where did that happen? That's what I want to know. I want to know if that happened. Because this guy is not trustworthy at all.
Because I wasn't cuddled either, and I'm trans.
Also,
One moment.
He seems to catastrophize everything and make himself out as a victim.
Sasu, have you at least pulled over? Because I don't need you agitated while you're driving.
I've been pulled over for the last 20 minutes.
Good. Just wanted to make sure. All right. So here's where I have to cut in here. Okay.
Go ahead.
Sasu. Number one, Crystal has a very valid point. Because frankly, the kindness I gave you, I should have showed to Crystal. Secondly, Aaron wasn't coddled due to just the breakdowns. And on top of that, you actively continued to do scumbag things. Why would I coddle you while you're being terrible?
That seems to be the fucking
My
case.
mental health,
Dude, this is what I'm talking. Like, I'm repeating myself.
issues are not a result of being a scumbag. That's a completely unfair. That's completely unfair to even equate the two, and I am genuinely offended by that.
Okay.
My mental
You're
health
genuinely
issues.
offended?
Excuse me.
That's a fine reaction to
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
He is being interrupted.
My mental health issues are the result of a multitude of other things that I'm not going to go into publicly here. And frankly, I don't want to go into publicly here.
Nobody's
And I
asking
told you
to?
this 3 separate times in this call. I'm telling you a 4th time. Can you let me talk?
Because that's why you're doing this. Sasu, I've been letting you talk, but I'm not going to let you run roughshod over people here because it's what you like.
I'm not
to do.
doing.
So I'm going to be very clear here. I'll be very clear here, and I'll be very firm. I haven't even raised my voice to you. So you're going to listen.
Boy.
You were not treated cruelly
You're gonna listen,
because
boy.
of your mental health. You weren't treated cruelly at all. We told you that your reactions and the way you were responding to your mental health issues was a problem. You were
Yeah?
not treated like a monster. You were not harassed by us. You were told in multiple calls, most of which that you requested, go somewhere else. We don't want
He was
you
being
in
an
our
asshole last night, but now I see why. Yeah. This guy is a piece of shit. Like, yeah.
You admitted your biggest issue is that you don't like it when you don't get your way, and you're acting the exact same way.
Oh, so you admitted that too.
So no, I'm not going to let you sit here. and say,
Allegedly,
"Oh,
maybe.
You don't care about my mental health. What about my coddling? Sasu. It doesn't justify. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to use your mental health to justify your actions, and that's not going to be accepted here. I'm sorry, but no, sir. You will not.
Also, I
more to
I
the
just
point.
want
Dude, and just to be clear, all I had to do was like look up Lao Convoy Sasu call to like get the context behind this. And like you see the first thing that shows up is the archive, right? It's in that whole 3-hour call. This happened beforehand. Like, no, this is like completely justified. This guy's a cunt.
Go ahead, Sonny.
I just want to point out that you say that you weren't treated fairly or kindly at any point. Did the first call, did that happen or did it not? Where we sat you
Fifth
down
call?
and
There's a
very-
fifth call?
Very gently explained things to you, and you agreed that you were gonna try and go get help. And
And he
work on
didn't. He
yourself
never
for,
did because he
like,
felt
3 to
like
4
because he
weeks
just
before you
he just more or less it's like God, there's like a terminology. It's like it's what people do when it's like yeah I'll do that, yeah. It's like not procrastinating, but it's like it's the shit people do where it's like yeah I'll do that, but then they have the full intent to not do that. They're just whispering sweet nothings to get people off their ass. That's basically what this guy is doing. Oh my God, come on, dude. Fucking leave me the fuck alone, bro.
started pushing boundaries again. Did that first call not happen?
Oh, I never said it didn't happen. I have
Okay.
acknowledged it times.
Okay, so what do you mean that you weren't treated kindly at all? Because that call happened where we tried to do it delicately, and then when you did it, and then the second call, I for a fact remember that I was
lying,
I was actually
manipulating?
furious
I
coming
mean,
into the
yeah,
call, but I still spoke to
simple
you with a
sense.
level voice, and I tried to let you know all of my frustrations because you were doing things that had hurt other people, and you felt like you were entitled, because that's what it is. It was entitlement.
Yeah?
You felt
That's
you
what he
were
does?
entitled to be around spaces with the people that you hurt because you felt that you had recovered yourself enough, but you didn't seem to think about the fact that the people you hurt had not recovered enough. They were not ready to let you back into their spaces, and because you weren't allowed back
He's
into your
entitled.
spaces, you made that document where you were upset and you called people like you called me a close friend despite not treating me like a friend for all that years. But that's neither here nor there.
God, I hate British people. Please stop
You,
talking.
In the call, completely out of nowhere, she raised your voice and screamed
He
at me.
did. He did.
After we had a private call beforehand where I had specifically laid out, we had shared things with each other. I'd specifically told you about one of the triggers that would set off a traumatic reaction from me, and I explained why, and you still raised your voice to me, and I phrased myself wrong in the third call that happened because I don't want it to come across. I want to make it plain
Third-
clear. I don't know.
So there's a total of 6 calls with the Sasu guy regarding the same fucking behaviors. Okay, here's the ultimate failure with this whole situation is that this guy wasn't fucking banned from the whole server by the second call. I feel like past the second call is just redundant. This guy is never going to fucking learn. Kick him out of the fucking community. Okay? Like, he cannot fucking handle existing in this space. Let him be someone else's fucking problem, okay?
If you did it intentionally or not. I'm not going to say if you did it intentionally or not. But you came out of the gate screaming when I had a low tone
Okay,
with
wait, this is a different call.
completely regular and low tone with you.
I think.
And then you want to say that you were the one being victimized?
It's Tuesday,
You
innit?
started
Yeah, it is
screaming before
Tuesday.
anyone else did? Because I didn't shout at you, Sasu. Did I deserve to be screamed at in that call?
I wasn't shouting at you directly. I was shouting in general.
Okay, well you were talking to me.
That's true.
And you randomly started screaming.
That's because I had one person trying to tell me something, and I had another person trying to tell me I was a scumbag, and I had a third person trying to say
You are a
another thing, and it got
scumbag.
overwhelming. And the December call, the third call, hold on, the third call, the December call. I was pissed because you people came in and tried to interfere with something that I was trying to do away from you people. That's what pissed me off the most during that whole fucking thing, was that I was trying to do my own business. And then for whatever reason, Asukai and Aiden had the brilliant idea to play superhero and go and talk to the artist that I was trying to talk to when they're totally capable of telling me anything themselves, and then try to play hero and essentially start the whole process again. That was
Whoa. Okay. Wait, no, that kind of changes it a little bit. So it does sound like this guy was fucking off for the most part. But then these people sort of dragged him back in because he was talking to a different artist, and like those people reached out to that artist to try and like start some shit. If that's true. Now, Sasu's not reliable at all. This guy's an unhinged fucking maniac. But if that's true, yeah, that's a bit fucking weird.
Bullshit. That whole thing was bullshit. I hold a lot of resentment over that. I hold a lot of resentment over that. And again, I will state, I did shit wrong, but some of you people did not handle it right. And I am going to take that to my grave.
Sasu, Sunny's
What?
not referring to you raising your voice in that call. Sunny's referring to you raising your voice against them completely needlessly and out of nowhere in the June call. But
Whoa, but can we elaborate on that? Were they actually
that's what
reaching
I'm
out? To...
That is what I'm
You
saying.
just mentioned the call that no, you just mentioned the call here in December. The call that happened in June, which is what Sunny was relating to, didn't have 3 people talking to you at the same time. You weren't overwhelmed. You just raised your voice randomly. We just listened to that call today. You're not going to play that game here. No, sir.
And I.
So then we must have listened to 2 different calls because I specifically remember people were trying to say your apologies are too political. You're not saying
But
the
this
right
person
things.
much
Oh, we don't
earlier,
want to hear this. We don't want to hear that. You guys, hold on.
It could be because they're farming him. Because it's funny to hear him fucking freak out or whatever the fuck. Maybe. But I bet here's the thing, these people sound sick of his shit. I mean, maybe it's for maybe they're just acting, maybe they're just pretending, maybe they kind of revel in it. But I don't know. I feel like some of these people just are sick of hearing this guy like freak out over shit. Like maybe not all of them are like this, maybe some of them are. I don't know. Very speculative.
Hold on just a second. I'm starting to get really fucking upset with all of this because it doesn't seem like, at least for the 4th time, you people are trying to do. I would even say that this is starting to get into character assassination at this point. Because if you want to go down that route, if we want to go down this route, you knew very well, and most people knew very well, I had issues with social cues and I had issues with anger. That was completely voided and not acknowledged. Hold on. It was not acknowledged.
Because
None
it's
of it
not
was
a
even
fucking
considered.
excuse. Those
All
are
it
your
was- all
problems
this
you need to
has
sort
been has been
out.
some type of, I even say conspiracy to get riled up and to give you guys content. And this is starting to get really fucking stupid.
Oh,
Because
and that's where the
frankly,
narrative.
I'm
That's where
sick
the
now.
fucking narrative comes from. It literally just comes from Sasu. Everything. So when Malcolm does his whole fucking spiel, he's literally just blindly taking Sasu's word for it, essentially. Wow.
Hang on.
Okay. Cool.
No, I don't think so. Let me be very clear here, Sasu.
Go ahead.
You're trying to play this game. This is not conspiracy.
It
This
is.
is not character assassination. No, you don't know what that word is if you're using that in this context. You came into this call and you literally admitted not only do you have anger issues, but you have issues with violence as well. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you're not going to take that out of context.
Always, I'm not taking
The
anything
what
out of context here.
context? He literally just said
The
that.
problem this entire time has always been that you're not getting what you want.
Which he
Right now, we are
admitted.
telling you
Apparently.
directly what has happened in these calls that we have recently listened to. We are telling you what your actions and reactions have been through the entire debacle.
Dude, this is
and
fair.
Whenever you are held to task on it, you start getting upset, you start raising your voice, you start claiming things like conspiracy. Sasu, let me be very candid with you. If we wanted to diminish you and conspiratize against you, we wouldn't do it by sending in a Discord call. We do what those scumbag weirdos you used to hang out with are doing.
Also,
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Hold on. Go ahead, Sonny.
again, I'm baffled that when you say that we must have listened to 2 different calls. Are you? I am. Listen, I have the call pulled up right now. I'm happy to pull it up right now. If someone gives me permission to screenshot, I will happily pull it up. But because if you don't, because if you seriously don't believe that it came completely out of nowhere, I'm happy to show you. Because the context of what was happening in that was that you got heated about, I think it was Plink or something, saying about, you were saying something about, I believe, sorry, this is off the top of my head, I don't remember the context fully, but Plink said something along the lines of, Sasu only cares if it's Lumi talking, because I was talking about a specific situation that you blew me off, you undermined what I was talking about, but then once Lumi did the exact same thing, Lumi, you basically, like, you treated Lumi completely differently when something that me and Lumi did was basically the exact same thing. And Plink brought that up. You got really mad at that one comment. I was explaining, and then you chilled out. I was explaining, oh, the context of that is that Plink is saying that when I did that, when I told you something personal from my life, you kind of brushed it off. But when Lumi told you something from his life, you got really upset about it. That's why Plink is making that equation, because in that sense, it did seem, it did come across like it only mattered if Lumi said it. And I was like, and I said very plainly, very calm, like talking exactly how I'm talking now. Did you understand? Like, do you understand? Like, did you misunderstand what was said there, or do you take that as it is? And you said, oh yeah, I misunderstand it. And then you were like, I'm just sick and tired of people like it was. You said something else, and then you just started screaming. And that's why I have to be like, you are not going to take that tone with me, because I'm literally just sitting here. You can't. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like every single action you've ever taken in the entire situation is malicious. I'm not gonna do that. That's my personal opinion. People are free to disagree with me. My personal opinion is you weren't malicious the entire time. However, you do not get to, even if it is not malicious, even if it wasn't of your intent, you still have to own up to those actions because you did them. You're a grown-ass adult. If I did the exact same actions that you did, I'd be apologizing for the rest of my life, and I would be owning up to it. And nope, I'm not done. You get really upset when people cut you off. Am I allowed to finish my sentence, please?
Then get to the point, please.
I mean, yeah, true. She
point
is kind of fucking
is that
rambling.
While you're saying that you weren't malicious in the slightest, you cannot do these actions and then pretend that people are character assassinating you by bringing up stuff that you did factually do.
No, it's not even the factual part. It's the fact that you're spreading it around the people that I associate with that have nothing to do with this.
If that is the case, that is fucking
all
insane.
this stuff,
That
all
is
this has
insane.
happened in a closed or in a contained community. And now you're threatening to publish it and have everybody see it when they don't even know what the fuck happened and they're not even a part of it. That's the thing I'm pissed off about.
No. They're going to know, because here's the issue. Hold on, Phineas, please. Thank you. Sasu, you talk so much about how upset you are that, well, the rest of the community doesn't need to know. Sasu, you've tried very hard to let the community know your incorrect assessment of things. You can sit here and say you do things when you're upset, but here's where I have to make a comparison that some people aren't going to like. That if it triggers somebody, I do genuinely apologize, but it's the only one I have. I already dealt with somebody who said that they had manic episodes that last days or weeks. It was Phagos. I didn't accept it from them. I'm not accepting it from you. Phagos is a trans woman, so I'm treating you equally.
Yeah, there you go again.
You chose to go to... By treating you equally?
This is not equal treatment. Not at all whatsoever. Are you kidding me?
Okay, you know, you're right. Hold on, you are right. It's not equal treatment. I was a lot meaner than Phagos.
Sasu.
Oh, really? We're going to get that tone. Okay, I'll play that game.
Sasu, let me pose you that. So, you want to move past this, right? You want there not be character assassination and everything else along those lines. If I'm assuming this correctly. Again, I'm very disconnected with it. Again, as neutral as you can be with all this. So, you say that you've been mistreated by the Senate, you've tried to stand up, and you want to move
Because
forward,
being an
and you don't
ass
like what the
keeps
Senate's
the
doing,
pattern
so you
behavior
make
is kind of a certain
implications
range.
out to
Yeah,
assassination.
well, I mean, if he fucks off to a different community, that's their fucking problem to deal with now. Why are these people jumping over to that and trying to restart up this fucking bullshit drama that should have just died like a long time ago? Like,
right?
Yes.
Okay, so the thing that confuses me is that when me and Lio had our falling out, you came to my server, which is very disconnected from the Senate, and you forwarded your document and you used my place as a place to talk about everything. When I
okay,
made
so it sounds
very
like
clear
he's
to
doing
everyone
that
in my
too,
server,
though.
right,
Okay.
that my server has nothing to do with the Senate. So going off that definition of that disconnection of something what happened in its own space, haven't you attempted by your own definition to character assassinate Lio?
I character assassinated Lio?
Yeah, well, going by your standards, by bringing events that Lio has done in a closed space to a different place. Because that's what you're saying is character assassination. That's what you've done to Lio. That's what you've done in the Senate. So did you try to attack Lio's character with character assassination going off your own moral standings? Because my server has nothing to do with the Senate. My server is PG-13. So...
Oh, okay, I guess if that's your logic, then yeah, but
No,
That's
I'm
your
not
logic.
I'm not saying it's my logic. I'm using your own definition of character assassination. You're saying bringing up something which happened in a closed space or a different community is character assassination. Yes, because that's why I asked you, you agreed with that. And I'm saying you've done the same thing to Lio with bringing your document into my closed server. I wouldn't define that as
Since you
character
need to hurry up
assassination.
and eat,
I would define that
Femias,
as informing people. There's, again, different standards of different meanings of words in that degree. So I'm just interested that you're taking such issue with Lio talking about the allegations that you've made against him with posting his side of it, but it's okay for you to do that in other servers which have nothing to do with the Senate, because you have tried to inform me about stuff that Lios do, that you've had bad treatment within the Senate. And I'll say I don't know.
Wait,
and
so
if
is
you did have
this is this in context to what is this what Sasu is referring to when he says these people are going into like other separate communities? That's a question that's going on through my head right now. Is like, so when Sasu said he's being chased to other communities, that's this person's community, and apparently those people are quote unquote chasing Sasu down is because Sasu is going into these communities and talking about the drama, playing himself as a fucking victim while smearing these other people as disgusting monsters or whatever the fuck. Like,
I think in the Senate. I'm sorry you had to face that. I'm not part of that, but I'm genuinely sorry you had to face that. But you can't go around saying to multiple. Am I not, Sasu?
No, you're not. Nobody here is sorry.
Okay.
And I state this. Hold on.
Why am I not sorry, Sasu?
It's not just you. It's everybody.
No. You said I'm not sorry. You addressed me. Then you put me as a collective of the Senate. So how am I not sorry? Please explain.
Because you were somehow influenced by Lio with him saying 3 simple bullet points. When I had this whole long document detailing what I had with screenshots, with even PayPal transactions, and a fucking phone log.
of every call that I had.
What?
And all he said was, "Oh, Sasu's a really bad person. He's a parasocial weirdo. He's a parasocial weirdo. He's a parasocial weirdo."
No,
and then
You literally admitted to being parasocial. What the fuck? He literally conceded on everything.
Hey, hang on just a second.
That's what he called it.
Sorry.
By the
okay.
way, Ponder wants to stop when you're done, Crystal.
Yeah, that's all good. I'm just curious, but I think I know where he's going with this.
Sorry. I had a call come in and I didn't want to answer it. All right. Anyway, instead of asking me, hey, what's all this about? Without even asking me my side of the story, you just up and banned me and you up and ghosted me without even asking me.
Well, so they did deal with the situation. He got banned, so he's running off to other fucking communities to smear these other people as like abusers and stuff like that. And then we have fucking retards like Malcolm that are just blindly taking his fucking word for it, running around calling Lyle this abusive, evil fucker simply because of this call, or just in a vacuum based on this fucking call alone. This is fucking bullshit. This is garbage. What?
What's going on? How's that fair?
Okay, so let me explain. So, Lyo and many other people in this call.
He's mad they were
did
right,
I
but
instantly ban
basically.
Sasu when you said that you had an issue with him. Did I instantly do that? Or did I cause a fuss about it?
You caused a fuss about it and you asked for evidence.
Yes, I refused to ban you until I got evidence. Like, Lyo, Zach, B, and multiple other people were saying, ban Sasu. Ban Sasu, do not associate with Sasu, do not apply to Sasu. And I said, give me evidence. I don't know if what you're saying is true. And when I was provided evidence, I banned you from my space, and I stopped talking to you. And it wasn't because you're a quote parasocial widow, because again, I don't go off testimony. The reason you're banned from my space is that people have set out clear black and white boundaries to you, and you said that you feel that you shouldn't respect that. Going off my own moral standing, I don't want you in a space
Did
with
he
my
say that?
D13 server if you cannot respect basic boundaries. That's the reason you're
All right, I'm going to dispel this once and for all. I'm going to dispel that notion once and for all. This is getting out of control with that fucking statement. Let me dispel it. When I said I disagree with the boundary, I was talking about that statement happened in June. That was in the June call. That was because Aiden had told me multiple times that I did nothing wrong and that I had not disrupted any boundaries. Never clearly said that, never clearly defined that until then. And he made it clear that the last time.
I'm not shouting at you. We can just talk. We're not shouting here. Okay, I'm not shouting at least. I'm talking to you civilly. Can you give me the same
because this is out of control.
I know it is, but shouting will achieve nothing. Again, there's no need to shout. I'm going to listen all.
But
I
why'd you
probably understand you
interrupt
better.
him?
Just speak to me calmly. So
All right,
give me the same
fine.
I'm giving you.
Let me talk about it calmly.
Go for it.
When I made that statement, it was in the June call.
Yeah.
Leading up to that, and I'm going to preface with this, leading up to that, and I made it clear in the document, Aiden never specified what his boundaries clearly were. And he told me the last time we had any type of breaking communication before then was May 5th through 15th. And he said, don't talk to me for 10 days, and then once we get back, once that time is up, you can talk to me again. That's what he said in the call, from my knowledge. I might be misremembering it. Maybe my memory's a little hazy. It does suck, but that's what I remember. There was never any discussion. Hold on. There was never any discussion about what exactly the boundaries were. There was never any clear definition of boundaries. So let me explain this. If I don't have a clear instruction, I'm not going to understand it. I'm not going to fully understand it. If you don't give it to me up front.
Well, that's not the same thing as there's not respecting. You can't hold on. You can't say that you're not respecting a boundary. Right, I understand it. I can see the frustration of just like, well, how the fuck was I supposed to know not to violate this boundary when I didn't even know it was there to begin with, right? Which, I mean, to be fair, I don't know what exactly it's in reference to. Like, I guess talking, like, I don't want you talking to me in 10 days. If this person suddenly said that and is like, you violated my boundaries, like, how? It's like, well, I didn't want you to talk to me for 10 days. It's like, okay, how the fuck was he supposed to know that, right? Like, okay, so I kind of more or less see the justification for that, but you can't then go say, well, I'm not respecting that boundary. Like, you should just say, okay, well, I guess I just won't talk to you for 10 days. Like what? I don't know. I guess it really depends on how he said it and when he said it.
How am I supposed to know what your clear boundary is? But anyway, digressing off of it, when I said that, it was out of pure frustration that he was cutting contact without even having the chance to explain everything like adults, because the whole call was going to shit at that point. The whole call was going to hell in a handbasket. So I just said, you know what? I disagree with that. And then I immediately said afterwards, I'll respect it regardless. That's what I meant when I said I disagree with the boundaries. I am tired and I'm getting so pissed off.
If that's
with that
true, which
comment
again,
being
Sasu
taken
is not
out of
trustworthy.
context. Hold on. That comment is being taken out of context and lacking significant lead up. So I hope that's clarified.
You've actually explained more context than that I knew. But again, you are definitely branching me in with the majority of the Senate, or at least the whole idea of the Senate that you have. for me, if anyone even feels that they have the right to say such sentence to anyone, no matter the circumstances, no matter the context, I don't want you around my space. Because again, I'm very, very, very disconnected from the Senate. I'm very of my own thing, and I have the right to remove you from my community if I so wish. I've made it clear that my server has nothing to do with the Senate. So even with the context, as I understand, like, you are frustrated, you have your full right to be frustrated. I'm not going to say how you can and cannot feel. But with that, for me to respect your feelings on the matter, you need to also respect mine. Where I stand, if people who can't confidently say with their full chest, I will not respect your boundaries, I do not want someone who says that or acts like that in my space. In a PG
Okay, that's a bit retarded. That's a bit retarded
and the thing
and
you've explained is that you've got annoyed that people don't
arbitrary.
speak to you like an adult, right? And you have your full right to be frustrated with that. I've been in multiple situations where people don't speak to me, don't explain things, and a lot of it can be sorted out.
It's so
in a small
whack,
chat.
bro.
Happy days.
Yeah.
But with that being said, you're not owed civility. You're not owed people's time. That's what a lot of people
That's
forget
true.
nowadays. Just because people here are giving you the time of day, just because people will give you the time of day, doesn't mean you're owed it. It sucks, it's terrible, but it's something you need to remember, because it's something I caught myself out on, that I feel that I'm owed an explanation, or owed an apology, but you're not owed anything. That's just how it is. It's cruel, but that's just how the world is.
Yeah. British people feeling entitled to an apology.
You said that
Just a
you
normal
were upset that
Tuesday.
Ruby wanted to cut you off and didn't want to talk it through anymore. It is not. I hate to tell you this, but Lumi is not. Huh?
We were gonna let
What's
Ozzy
it?
talk after Crystal.
Oh, sorry. Go on, Honda.
Oh no, you can finish.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that like people are not entitled, like people are not obligated to sit and talk things out with someone if that person makes them uncomfortable. They don't need, like, people should not have to have a clear like reason to do it. But we still actually gave you a clear reason. We sat you in that call. We talked to you about it multiple times and over the span of multiple calls. You just couldn't take. You just couldn't. I guess.
Sorry,
like,
you didn't
take
tell me not to break
that
into your
answer.
room. Well,
So
to be fair, it is like to say like, well, I don't want to talk to you right now for 10 days, and and this person never set that boundary. Like, how is he supposed to know not to talk to this person for 10 days? Like, that's a kind of ridiculous expectation. But at the same fucking time, I feel like by this point he should understand that other people have boundaries and not everyone is willing to put up with this fucking shit at every moment of the fucking day, right? So he should at this point have the expectation that like you know, not everybody wants to hear me talk about my problems in life. Some people just want to, you know, be normal and have like a normal conversation, right? And I've ran into people like Sasu's many fucking times where it's like they feel they just want to torpedo themselves into a community or into a discussion and make it about them and their suffering and how much their life fucking sucks. Like, that shit is fucking annoying as fuck. That is annoying as fuck to deal with, right? And Sasu, at this point, it's become such a problem. He should know by now. He should know by now. He literally has zero fucking excuses.
An issue that nobody was willing to talk to you about it. It's just that you didn't like the answer that you were hearing.
That's not true. That is not true.
Hold on.
That's not true.
Then I'll hand this off to Ponder. Let's listen.
Go ahead. Because in my honest belief, I can
What
change.
the-
I can absolutely do it. I've already. If I didn't.
Do you believe that you can change?
You know what? I'm gonna avoid making any comparisons because that's not fair. That's not fair. That's what I'm gonna.
Sasu, it's not your decision to make. It isn't.
And I disagree with it.
You disagree with my decision of saying that I do not wish to be around somebody who displays such behavior. Because to me, the man has prioritized the fact that I did not kiss him on the ass. This is metaphorical, by the way, before you think I'm actually thinking like that.
No.
I'm being metaphorical here. You prioritize me kissing your ass about the fact that you've quote-unquote changed over the, actual change itself.
And I'm trying to stay. See, look, people are like, all right, I apologize for exploding. That was immature. I absolutely have growing up to do.
Yep, you do. I'm not gonna
You're gonna change victims, dude. It's Darvo, bro.
Yeah, you know exactly what we were disagreeing with. But go ahead.
He's deny reverse.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to
Victim
address that you
offendering,
mentioned
bro.
before you feel that, you would like to be coddled or treated better. That is what I'm here for. So I'd like to take a step away just for a moment. If you will indulge me just for this, I would like you to take both of your fists, bunch your hands together into big, tight fists as tightly as you can. I want you to pull your arms as tight into your chest as you can and to tense up your body as much as it'll go. Can you do that for me?
What? What the fuck?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. So pull everything in as tight as you can, bunch your fists up as tight as they will go.
What?
Oh, tight, tight. Hold it there. We're gonna hold it for 1, 2, 3.
Therapy
4,
moment? Dude.
Fine. And as you let go, I want you to let go now, and I want you to feel all of the tension just escaping out of
Ponder
your
is the
arms. I want you to
therapy
push it out
expert,
the ends of your
bro.
fingertips. I want you to feel the tension melting away, and I want you to acknowledge that tension melting away, okay? And if you need to, I'd like you to do that again, just on your own, anytime you feel yourself getting upset.
I want you to say
find
it
it's
on
absolutely
Skibbity.
super, super great if you're just feeling tense in the moment. So I would like to ask you some questions, if that's okay.
Fine. That's fine.
Okay. Have you ever had somebody yell at you out of anger in a way that made you feel uncomfortable?
Multiple times.
Okay. And can you expand to me how that made you feel?
Have you ever been fucked in yay ass?
When somebody yells at me
so
out of
hard
anger, I
your
feel
booty hole
worthless.
be
I feel
dripping?
very small. I feel that my statements are irrelevant, and I feel like that I don't have any purpose in that conversation at that point.
Okay, and those
Because the
feelings are
focus
totally
is not
valid.
about
Now,
you.
Can we acknowledge
okay.
that even if you have done it as the result of your mental health issues, I completely understand that, can we acknowledge that you may have inadvertently afflicted those feelings on other people by lashing out at them? Can we acknowledge that?
Yes.
Okay, so my job is to keep everything calm, to keep the flow of the conversation going without subjecting people to those feelings. I want everybody to
Yeah.
feel heard, okay?
That's fine.
Okay, so in this situation, can you acknowledge that you maybe have hurt people? Not specifically with regards to lashing out, but with regards to your previous actions of following people around and, as they feel, disrespecting their boundaries when they ask you to not do a thing or when they clarify that something makes them upset.
Yes.
Okay, so in that regard, and I understand that this might
Okay.
be upsetting to hear, but that would make them, technically speaking, victims of your actions. Now, when it comes to victims often feel better when they are given the opportunity to speak about how they
This
have
is such a waste of fucking, because this guy is not, he's gonna take all this in, he's gonna say, yeah, oh my god, I understand it, and then he's just gonna be thrown, he's just gonna dump it out the fucking other side of his fucking ear in like the next few minutes. Like,
victimized in a place that
this
makes
is
them feel
completely
safe. I'm sure you
worthless.
can relate to that, correct?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Okay, so in that sense, the people who have been victimized by your actions should be allowed to speak upon it because it will make them feel better, it'll make them feel seen, it'll make them feel as though their emotions are valid. It'll
Well,
make
to
them
be
feel
fair,
validated,
those
and it'll
people
make them feel
are
safe,
not
just as
entitled
I'm
to
sure you like
that
to feel safe and validated.
either.
Yes.
So in that regard, I understand that it may be really difficult to hear how you have messed up, but if you want to grow as a person, that is one of the best ways to do it, is to allow your victims the opportunity to speak up and acknowledge how they have been wronged. And you can disagree with aspects of it, and I think it's totally fine, especially if you think it went a little too far or you're being mischaracterized, and you can share that with your friends or you can share that in spaces where that has been the case, although I wouldn't recommend it just because sometimes the internet gets a little riled up. They like to see things in black and white.
Oh, really,
But
Ponder?
in
Do
general,
they?
If you can acknowledge that you have hurt people, it is important to allow them to speak on that. So when you go around saying that you don't like people talking about you, you are effectively asking your victims to be silent. And by saying that your anger issues and the way that you lash out and that people need to be considerate of your mental health issues, I completely understand where you're coming from. However, the person that you have
At least they can
victimized,
say
the
he
people that you
tried
have
to.
victimized,
Sure.
are not beholden to cater to your mental health issues. And I understand that they may be a little difficult to hear, but that is the reality. When you hurt people, they do not
But then,
have to
like,
take
okay, well, isn't that a little ironic? Isn't that a little ironic what you're saying? That he's not entitled to what? What's the phrasing?
people that you have victimized are not beholden to cater to your mental health issues.
So why should he cater to theirs? Like, isn't that a little ironic?
And I understand that they may
I don't know. I find the philosophy here to be a little contradicting.
be a little difficult
yeah.
to hear, but that is the reality. When you hurt people, they do not have to take your feelings into consideration because you have hurt them. And sorry, I'm trying
Why?
to catch up on everything in the chat. Sorry, I would like you to fill me in on how you're feeling at the moment.
I'm feeling
I
very
can't describe
skibbity.
it, with words. Actually.
Dude, you guys don't understand how much I had to control myself to not buy a fucking Skibbity toilet shirt. I saw it in the fucking store. I saw it in Spencer's. I think it was Spencer. No, it was Hot Topic. I saw it in a Hot Topic. I'm like, this is so fucking retarded. I almost want to buy it. Like,
Is there maybe something
Bro.
that is adjacent to your feelings, like a scene from a movie
I was so
or a
close
TV
to
show that you
buying
could
it.
describe that seems accurate? Or like a sense? If
I
not,
don't know if I don't know if I could describe
You
it.
should have bought it. I should have, but I already spent so much money,
but
dude.
I guess you could say that now that it's put into that sense. I mean, I'm feeling a mix of emotions at the moment. I mean, there's no set one emotion that I'm feeling. It's a plethora of them.
Okay.
I guess that's when you put it like that. No, the best
He's
way I
feeling
can describe
orny.
it is.
He's very
You ever
orny.
seen the movie Requiem for a Dream? Daniel Aronofsky.
Sadly, I haven't, but I'll allow you to describe it to me.
Yeah. So
might go on a tangent and stop me if I go too long into.
That's okay. Go ahead.
That whole movie is based on, now I don't do drugs, but it's based around addiction and drug abuse. It's a really, really good movie. There's a lot of feelings of a sense of guilt, a lot of remorse, a lot of regret, a lot of denial as well. And I think that's kind of what I'm sort of feeling at the moment, all four of those. When it comes to denial, I guess the way I can describe it is that I'm in denial that it was as bad as
Denial?
As people, I'm sorry, I don't even know how to
The
explain
Nile
it.
River?
I really
It's
don't
okay.
know how to explain
Well, if I could interject. Sorry, you weren't done. You go ahead.
it. The way I would say is that I'm in denial that I acted that bad. From where I sit, and this is something that I've always had an issue with. I don't. It's like with touch. Like I grab things, so when I touch something, to me it feels like I'm just like lightly
Molesting
squishing
it?
When in reality it's like I'm squeezing the hell out of it. That's what I feel like. Like I didn't know I was squeezing the hell out of something.
Do a
I felt like I
ritual
was
with
just
it? Yeah.
lightly touching it.
But the thing is,
There's
like, all it was just a close up of the Skibbity toilet face. Like, that's all. Like, it wasn't. You didn't actually see the toilet, and I was like fucking mad. I'm like, but it says Skibbity toilet on it, but it shows a close up of the fucking guy's face. I'm like, you're not even gonna show the toilet? Are you kidding me? That's like the best
There's an
part.
overwhelming
The
sense
fuck?
of guilt now starting to come over.
It's
like, you know
iconic.
what? I really shouldn't have done the things that I did. Point blank. I should have just. There's so many things that I could have done in a much different capacity, in a whole 180, that would have just stopped everything right then and there. And it would have never gotten to this point where I'd be dealing with a year and a half, a year of just constant, I'm going to be completely honest. A lot of my anger is just driven by a lot of regret and anger. And I'm a pissed human being. Like, I'm a sour. I'm not trying to guilt trip. And I swear to God, if anybody says it, I'm going to.
No, you're fine. You're fine. This is safe. You get
He
to explain how you
literally
feel. You're fine.
is.
I'm just a really bitter person. I'm a really angry person. All my life, I've never gotten anything that I've ever wanted. I was always told, you can't have it. Sasu, you can't have it. You're not mentally good enough. You're not good enough. It's not good enough. You're never going to have any friends because you're not like us. I always tried to fit in with the jocks rather than the nerds. And it was always like, you're not good enough, Sasu. You're not good enough. Not good enough. And, I have a lot of.
Why do I feel like he's
I guess I could describe it
catastrophizing
as,
and this just didn't
rocket
happen?
feelings, but I really don't like people in general. Like, I don't. Is it even safe to even talk about this at this point? I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable talking about it.
That's okay. If you're getting uncomfortable, I can interject. First of all, I would like to say that I'm very proud of you
Well, just
for opening up
tell
like
him not to. It's like, okay, you're uncomfortable, then don't talk about it.
that and sharing your feelings to us. That was really, really considerate of you, and I thank you for that. Secondly, I would like to point out that guilt and denial, in particular, are feelings that we end up bringing about
Denial,
because we don't want to. It's a way of protecting ourselves
Denial,
because sometimes
river.
reality can be a little upsetting, and it's a psychological means of basically denying any potential wrongdoing on our part. And that's not to put anything on you. That's just how human beings work. There's nothing wrong with it. I completely understand it. However, in this regard, I think acknowledging that guilt and acknowledging that a lot of those issues are coming from guilt and denial of the situation is one really big step in growing and understanding why you react that way. So I think you're already on the right path to a degree. It's just a matter of keeping yourself focused on that path, which I understand is really, really difficult for the long game, but I promise you it's worth it. So
If I hand on that, if that's okay. Awesome. So yeah,
I'm actually not done.
Oh, go on then.
Look, how honest do you want me to be? Do you want me to be politely honest, or do you want me to be 100% brutally?
I want you to enable all the slurs.
I would like you to be as honest as you
Enable all the slurs. Say what you want,
That's screwed.
bro.
I might as well be as honest as possible. Look, this is probably going to scare the living shit out of everybody, but I don't care. If we're going to be bare bones and we're going to be 100% bare bones, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought somebody was talking. I apologize. When that call happened in June, I didn't just have feelings of suicide.
Oh my god. Dude.
I'm
Give me
actually,
a
I'm
fucking
going to sound like a
break.
fucking maniac when I say this, or a psychopath.
Yeah,
think
you
that's
are a
specifically-
fucking maniac.
I was going to say, do you specifically think that may be a result of the anger issues? You did mention that when you get angry, sometimes you have feelings of violence. Could that be the result of it?
Yes.
Now,
but
to be fair,
this
I
particular
obviously
instance-
didn't watch the whole 3-hour call like fucking like an hour ago, okay? But the rate that was going, and from me skimming You felt suicidal after that fucking call, really? And then, oh, it's so convenient too that after this call, he also felt really, really super hyper suicidal, but he came home completely fine and like no issues. Like, okay, so wait, what? And this is the thing. It seems like he's suicide baits. He's suicide baits. He whips himself. He gets fucking mad when things don't go his fucking way. It's like, I can't feel bad for this guy. I cannot feel bad.
And I'm not gonna lie. I have never tried to lie. I never tried to lie.
I hate people like
don't
this.
try to lie during all of this, but we might as well be 100% honest now since it's out there. When I was cut off, and when I was essentially thrown away, the idea.
Okay, and so do you think, you mentioned earlier that a lot of your anger issues stem from the feeling of not being good enough. Do you think maybe that when you were rejected and when you heard that you had potentially violated other people's boundaries, that was specifically what it brought up? The idea that you weren't good enough for the friend group, you weren't good enough to be associated with the people who felt hurt by you?
Yeah, I guess you could
It
say
wasn't depression. It was anger. It was complete anger. It's like, it's no, like this guy, he's trying to sell the narrative that he was completely depressed or whatever the fuck, dude. It's like, no, I don't fucking buy this bullshit at all. If you're actually feeling any of that, he should just not be on the internet. Yeah, exactly. You should just not be on the internet. And this guy is driving. He has a job. He works and stuff like that. Like, dude, come the fuck on. I don't believe that this guy doesn't have the mental faculties to be aware of the situation, okay? He's just gotten so comfortable and so fucking used to people patting his fucking ass that now finally people are sick of doing that, sick of catering themselves to him, and feeling like they have to offer up themselves to him to satisfy him and shit like that. Not in like a sexual way, obviously, but to like, well, he's a ticking time bomb and he's about to explode, so we need to do what Sasu wants so he calms down. Bullshit. Fuck off with that. That is retarded. No.
that's probably the best way I can put it into words.
Okay, well, in that case, I would like to reframe it a bit for you. I don't think it's a matter of you not being good enough. I like to view people as weird little oblong shapes. Some of them fit together very, very well, like puzzle
Dude.
pieces. Some of them you have to kind of
A
force
bubble,
it.
bro.
Some pieces just aren't going to fit together no matter what you do. Now, over time, those pieces
She's like
can shift
Brittany
and
Simon,
change. They are
dude.
not completely solid. People can change and grow with time, and I think it's important to allow people that opportunity to change. So maybe...
This is so ironic coming from Ponder fucking Sprocket. This is so brutally ironic.
you will end up...
And in case anybody doesn't know why that's ironic, is because she went so fucking hard against Akumu. This is crazy coming out of her fucking mouth.
fitting with some people that you didn't fit with earlier in life. That's just the reality of how growth works. I don't think it's a matter of you not being good enough. I think it's just a matter that your individual shape isn't meshing entirely well with the people that you want it to. So maybe it's just a matter of finding people who mesh really, really well with you and working on yourself in such a way that
Yeah,
you can
try
make
the
this connection
local
even
insane
stronger and feel
asylum.
worth everything that you want to feel and validate your
Jesus
emotions.
Christ, dude.
Ponder, I really appreciate that, but I think I just fucked it up by even admitting all of that. I don't think anybody's going to be a friend with me, and I know for a fact that this.
Because you're
I'll be
fucking
honest,
insane. Yes. Because you're fucking crazy. Because you're an insane person. You treat people like they're fucking tools. Like, yes. Nobody, yeah, no shit, nobody would want to be your friend. Who the fuck would? You need to fucking change your shit before you ever begin to think that you're entitled to exist in a fucking community of people.
With this misanthropic feeling as possible. Not only do I like humans in general, I despise them. I live as a hermit. I don't go out as much as possible. The only reason why I'm out now is because my family doesn't hear this. But if you want me to be honest, if you want me to be completely honest, I live as a hermit because I know that I cannot really function in society. Because I know for a fact one day, all this anger that I've been building up the last couple of years is going to explode one day, and I'm either going to end up, going nuts and just, that's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling
Oh my
whatsoever.
god.
So,
He's gonna go postal? Get
when I
the
get
fuck
rejected,
out of here, dude.
at this point, there was
Oh my
conflict
god.
between,
I can't.
"Oh, you're
People
better than
take
them,"
this
to, "No,
shit
at this
seriously,
point, my
man.
just let loose, fuck everything. And then all of it collided, and then it all turned into a mess. So, I want to put this out on the internet, that's fine. I don't really care anymore. If you want to call my fucking job and get me fired, I don't care anymore. I really don't.
Okay, wait, whoa. So, let me get this straight. In this call, this guy is suicide posting. He's like, I'm gonna go postal. I'm gonna start killing people. Ah! And then he's fucking shocked people are calling. He's getting harassed. Harassed how? Like he's getting his family called and notified, hey, Ring, ring, ring. Hey, just want to let you know, we just had a call with your son, and it sounded like he was on the verge of picking up a gun and killing a bunch of innocent people. Might want to do something about that. Is that what this is in reference to? Dude, no fucking shit. No shit people fucking called it. Now, I personally wouldn't take it seriously. I would be like, you're bullshitting. You have zero intent to do that. You're just being performative. Okay? But I would not put it past some of the people in this call to take that shit seriously and go as far as to call his parents and shit. He said it himself, you could call his job, but yeah, dude literally admitted to about feeling the urge to go postal. Like, holy shit. Are you kidding me?
They do not. Because at this point,
This is the call where Lio is an evil fuck? Like, are you kidding me? No.
because at this point, my life is over. My life is 100% over. It's been over since
Catastrophizing, I'm the victim. Wham, wham,
I can't take
wham.
it back. It's all
Wham,
out there
wham,
now.
wham.
There's nothing that I can do, and people are probably going to say that
Wham, wham, wham.
I don't care. I don't.
Victim, victim,
So,
victim.
I'm
Victim
going to
Andy over
clarify,
here.
Nobody's going to call your job, and I completely understand that it may feel like that at the moment, that your life is over. I promise you, it's not. Your life will continue, and you're going to have highs, and you're going to have lows, and some of them are going to be really, really beautiful, and some of them are going to be really, really ugly, but I promise you that they are coming. If I can be perfectly candid, I also understand where you're coming from with regards to being a hermit. I'm basically in the same boat. However, I'm from a different end of the emotional spectrum, which is why I am also a hermit.
Emotionally
I also
retarded.
dislike people.
Yeah.
But and a lot of it is I understand that I equally have mental health issues. A lot of it is just recognizing your issues, wanting to be better, and taking those steps. Recognizing the issues can be one of the biggest hurdles because there is that denial, there is that sense of guilt, there is a lack of wanting to acknowledge that something is wrong, and because taking the steps to better yourself can be really, really scary sometimes. But I promise you, it is worth it. Have you ever tried guided meditations?
I'm on 5 medications.
No, not medications, meditations with a T.
No, never.
Okay. I would recommend at some point, maybe
Meditations?
tonight or tomorrow, whenever you have free time, to look up guided meditations. And you can find guided meditations for
He's
different
going full
things. You can find
hatred,
some that
yeah.
help you wake up in the morning. You can find some that help you go to sleep. You can specifically find some that are good for anxiety or anger issues. What you do when you listen to a guided meditation is you listen to the instructions that are being relayed to you.
Dude, okay, so my perspective on this, I feel maybe I'm missing something, but Sasu just sounds like a fucking maniac and absolutely deserved to get called on his shit. Okay? This guy is not a fucking victim in this situation. Not at all. He is the aggressor from what it sounds. He is the fucking aggressor. So, I have some people to talk to, okay, after this. Oh my god. Like, why is it a takeaway that Lio is the bad guy here?
And you do what is being told. One of the, what I presented to you, the clenching of the fists and tightening up your body, that is actually something that you can find in some guided meditations as a calming technique. And it's really, really useful in some scenarios. It works for me for my anxiety, and I hope that it works for you with some of your anger. That is one thing that I think you could try. Are you in therapy at the moment?
Yeah, I am. Clearly, it's not
Okay.
enough.
Well, maybe you just don't have the right therapist. Maybe you're not talking about the right things. It's not necessarily.
Maybe
always
you don't
that
want to get
therapy
help,
doesn't
and
work.
maybe you're
it
just doing it
hasn't
for
started
show.
working yet because you're not quite there yet, and that's totally fine. It's just a matter of sticking to it. And I promise you, it is good. And already, I'm very proud of you for taking. Those
Maybe you
steps.
think
I
a
promise you it
therapist
will be
means
worth it in
you
the
just
long run.
have
I
someone who
understand that
blindly
it's
affirms
very
everything,
easy
every
to ask for other people to
schizomaniac
take your feelings into
bullshit that you
consideration
said.
and for them to not
Or
try
thank
to
you,
get you
man.
upset because you have these anger issues. I understand where that comes from. However, it is not the responsibility of other people to cater to our issues. When I'm having
True.
anxiety, that is not someone else's fault. That is a result of my brain being on fire. And it is our responsibility as people with those issues to acknowledge when things are getting a little too much for us and to separate ourselves from that situation. So if you
Ego
acknowledge
debt,
that hearing
badly,
about
yep.
the victims, the people that you have victimized, speaking openly about what they have been through, if that sets you off, I'm sorry, but it is your responsibility.
Genuinely, there is nothing more humbling than like it sounds edgy as fuck to say, but like there is nothing more humbling than being on the edge and just catastrophizing and panicking about the state of your life and shit, right? Like I feel like when that happened to me in my late teens, like as something just clicked in my head, I'm like, why do I care about half of the shit that is stressing me out? Because ultimately a lot of these things that were stressing me out and shit just had no bearing on my fucking existence. Like, why the fuck am I letting certain things bother me? Like, it's just ridiculous. It's stupid. That shit genuinely helps. Like, going through like an ego death, like reevaluating your sense of self worth and shit. No, yeah, 100%.
To take yourself away, to step away from that situation, and to work on anything that'll make you feel better in the moment. Whether that be gaming, whether that be playing Dungeons and Dragons, or hanging out with your friends, whether that be guided meditations or taking a walk. In the end, it'll showcase to your victims that you respect them, you understand that you have hurt them, and that you are willing to take the steps to better yourself as a person and to respect the distance that they request from you.
There's one big issue with that, though. The unfortunate thing is that once it's out there, I'm fucked. And let me explain why I'm fucked. Because nobody's gonna want to be around me. Nobody's gonna want to say that. Oh, why would I want to be around Sasu?
People already don't want to be around you because you're an overbearing prick.
He can't respect boundaries. That's just not fucking true. It's just
You. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody.
the whole thing.
No.
Real
Ponder's done an
life.
excellent job
I'm gonna do
talking to
it.
you right now, but here's where I have to step in. I'm not trying to step on Ponder's toes here. It's not my intention. But there's a line that needs to be drawn here. Sasu, that is who you are. And that is what you have done.
He's admitted it. Just to be clear,
Because that is what you've been trying to do this entire
Lio is not making this up. He admitted it. He literally admitted it.
You've tried to lie about the actions you've taken behind the scenes. You've tried to lie about your motivations. That will not be permitted. No,
Well,
sir.
lie about motive. Lio, you don't know his motive. You're not a mind reader. Okay, to be fair.
And on top of that, you are failing, I dare say intentionally, to recognize how your actions affected other people. So let me take, for example, one thing here. You talked about how bad you feel when people yell at you. They make you feel small and useless. But you did it to Sunny, knowing full well it would bother them. You weaponized that because it's something you knew. You sat in this call and tried to say that you did not disagree with Lumi's boundaries. I literally played you the call where you literally said exactly that. And then, and this is what's disturbing to me, all right? Because let's not play games. I also have anger issues. This is what I'm
No
working on.
shit. No, really.
But the fact
Wow.
that you admitted that you wanted to do physical harm because somebody put up a boundary is extremely distressing.
Did he say that? I didn't pick up on
And
that.
I also
personally.
know what you are trying to do right now. What you are trying to do is say, well, my life's over if this gets out. Sasu, here's the kicker. And I need you to understand, it's an excellent quote from Roosevelt. If you could kick in the pants the guy who's responsible for 90% of your problems, you wouldn't be able to sit for a week. If the truth about your actions gets out, Sasu, that's your fault. Because you made those choices. You chose to operate like that. You chose to
So
continually
basically, okay, now it's clicking in my fucking head. Okay, he said that my life is over. If this gets out, my life is over. It's on. He's saying this as a contingency. He wants to have control of the situation. That's at least how it's reading. He wants control of the situation. So he's gonna say, hey, don't release this call. Hey, this stuff shouldn't be made public. Hey, don't talk about this. Just let me do my thing. Let me keep fucking with people. Okay? Less I go postal and I do something crazy. Like, yeah, okay, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
Because I'm going to come back to that statement here. Because Ponder's right. You have the responsibility to remove yourself from the spaces, but you didn't. You had no reason to be in Zach's premiere and lose your mind over a single mention. You had no reason to do that. You also had no reason to go into Crystal server and talk about how I'm friends with benefits with somebody that was family. You also didn't have a real reason to go
Peaches?
to Tommy's house and lie about things or put some goofy Google Doc out. The truth of the matter is, Sasu, you have never properly been told no. So I am telling you that right now. And for the record, if you're wondering who put out the call, the breasts and a beard one, that was Weebus. He wanted me to let you know that. And I'm doing him the decency of doing that. Because you were off on that. You've been off on this entire thing. Every time. Because what you want, Sasu, you don't want to be left alone. What you want, and this is going to sound cruel, but I need to be clear here. You want to be a victim.
Yes!
Have there been people
Lio
that
is actually so right here. No, yes.
Those are obviously. I've also treated some of my former mods poorly. 100%. I shouldn't have. And I'm working to repay that in other ways. What I'm not doing is running around lying about it and trying.
And this is where he starts
to decide
fucking
what you're gonna do.
crying.
You
Yeah,
know
get
about
the fuck out of here. No, fuck this
do
guy. No, fuck Sasu. Fuck him.
Because I'm a grown man and I will own what I've done. You will not. You refuse to. You say your life's over if this gets out. No, it's not. You just might not be able to run around online like you used to. You might actually have to operate in the real physical world, which can 100% do you good in every avenue.
Man, fuck Lio
You wanna
for
get your
being
anger
so
under control?
right here.
Start living.
What an asshole,
Start
dude.
going on jogs. Start doing physical activity. You want to have friends? Go to social events and learn how to interact. It's going to be trial by error. It's gonna
Somewhat
suck.
average Lio W.
This continual desire to come back for, let's be honest,
I'm gonna say colossally
Number one,
rare Lao W's. Sometimes because sometimes Lao can get lost in the sauce and he's like way too invested in acting like a fucking Batman villain or not Batman villain, but you know what I mean. Like getting too wrapped up in the LARP to actually like have anything meaningful or like anything actual like like actually conducive to the discussion said. You know what I mean? That's from my sense of hearing some of these Senate calls. It's like he's just more invested in being the speech guy, you know? But this is just like, no, Lio is just 1,000. He's like Lio is a gajillion% right here. He's like 10 gorillion% right here, dude.
I was patient with you.
Lio, we're talking. I said this. I said to you, we're talking.
I didn't do anything to you. Thank you, Crystal. I did not harm you, and you still acted like this. There's no justification for it, Sasu. There's no thing that will magically make it
He's
to where what
literally
you've done is
just
okay,
right
and
here.
nobody's obligated to be quiet about what you put them through, because we didn't put you through anything. At all.
And that's what he's asking people to do. He's asking people to stop talking about the shitty things he's done to people. That's essentially what that was. He's like, hey, don't talk about this or I might go postal. I might kill people. Like, okay, Jesus
Am I
fuck.
allowed to say something? Since I think the call is winding down now. Sasu, you still here?
Listening, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm just so tired. It's so exhausting to listen.
But
to.
again, also at the same time, why the fuck are we here? Why isn't this guy just like banned from everything at this point? Like, why is this like the 6th time this is happening? Like,
every call and listen back to everything, and when it seems that the only time that you recognize what you did wrong and talk about it is when people are nice to you and when people are using a gentle tone with you.
Yes.
And it's so, like, I've heard myself say the exact same thing, only once in a gentle tone and once in a more harsh tone, and you react completely opposite to both times, and it's exhausting. But I'm not angry anymore. I don't have that capacity in me anymore. I mean, I don't have much to be like. I
think it's
I'm
for
not really personally
content.
affected during this, so I'm not going to
Maybe.
speak too much on it. But I'm going to add on to what Lyra said before, that you do need to operate in the real world, and I'm not saying that like as a demeaning, yo, go touch grass, LOL, terminally online. Like, I'm not using it like that. I'm saying that, you know, obviously it's difficult, right? It's hard to have to
Es
operate in the real world and
difícil.
try to adjust to that type of thing. But it's also hard. You've said it yourself. It is difficult. It is hard to be online and see what people say about you. So if it's going to be hard either way,
fucking
I would
ignore it,
pick
pussy.
the route
Or
that's
log
going to make you
off.
better in the long run, because this is not healthy. It's not healthy for anyone. And
Do you
I
know what's
just-
crazy too? I kept referring to, like, it wasn't just Malcolm that I heard that this call was like so fucking like Lyle was just like a piece of shit. I heard it from Gilded Poo. I heard it from Gilded Poo apparently thinks this call makes Lyle look like an evil fuck. Like, how? What? And that this is apparently worse than the Rosa call? What? That's insane.
I just need you, and I don't know how else to phrase this, so I apologize if this comes
And
across
Gilded
wrong,
Poo is like a Lyle A-log expert, dude.
because I'm tired of it, quite honestly. That's
Like,
all- that's all I'm gonna say.
what?
There's also, additionally, you'll tell people that you'll leave them alone, only to immediately turn around and change that. You did it to Asuka. You told her you weren't going to contact her,
Yeah.
and immediately later sent her an email saying that, you know, you said that, but you're retracting that now. So, I'm going to be firm. I'm going to be blunt. And I'm not going to say this with the intention to be cruel,
Pass the blunt,
but with
Lyle.
the intention to be clear. I have a fairly decent-sized community. I would like to maintain the safety of that community. You have, in this call, admitted not only that you will not respect boundaries, but that you had violent desires when somebody told you to respect that. You will not be in my community. I will not subject decent people to your actions. You have the right to change, you have the right to grow, you have the right to improve yourself, go to therapy, all that good stuff. You will not do it in my spaces. And you will not continue to consort with nefarious people that you know are nefarious just because you're mad over the fact that you're not allowed around here. Do you understand me?
I understand clearly.
You better.
Is there anything you'd like
Because
to
if I
say?
can
Don't lie.
You better. Otherwise, you'll unlock the beast.
whatever else.
Oh my god, I just remembered, dude. There's another fucking shirt. There was another shirt. And Spencer's, bro, I swear to fucking god, I wish I had more money to spend. Or at least like I could have bought it, but like I couldn't in good conscience buy it because I already spent so much on like other fucking shirts and shit. There was another shirt where it shows a buff werewolf with like wearing ripped up pants and like a sword notched on his notched around like his belt or whatever the fuck, looking off into the distance very stoically. And the caption is, and this is a shirt, dude. The caption is, fuck, I'm trying to remember. It was leave me be, kitten, I'm edging or some shit. Dude. I wanted it so badly, man. Oh my
You said it in
god.
other ways.
Oh my
Yeah, I'd like to say, like,
god.
so, as I was explained, as I've explained as well, like, it's not again, well, it's just us setting our boundaries, saying the things you said, and again, for different
Holy
reasons, I have an issue
shit.
with just the wording from before, and I had an issue with your. I'm going to say it. I think the word you're looking for and the thoughts you're having. are
Massive
intrusive.
W here? No,
I would
yeah.
like to believe you would never act upon them, and I would like to believe you would talk to your therapist about them and explain it, because intrusive thoughts are something everyone has. It's thoughts which like just come in really abhorrent, and you're like, oh my god, why am I thinking that? Why am I feeling
Yeah,
that way?
whoa.
This isn't okay. But it's normal. But if it's a constant thought,
I
that
think about
believe is
killing
almost
people all the
down,
time.
I would highly recommend you to look into that, because I don't want you to hurt yourself and or hurt anybody else with that being.
Bitch.
So
It's
is that
actually a little more Sorry, real quick. It's actually a little more sinister than that, because it's something I forgot to bring up that I'm going to now. Sasu also had a thing for Lumi. Something he's tried to deny in other situations, but he's admitted to me.
What do you
so
mean? What?
It adds more concern that this is somebody he had an interest in, romantically, that the minute a boundary set up, the violent desire shows up. And part of the problem
You
is,
goons?
if it was just an intrusive thought, you and I might be simpatico on that, Crystal. So I'm respectfully disagreeing with you here, because he admitted
God
that he has anger
bless.
and violence issues. Somebody doesn't have issues that are just thoughts in that case. They're issues they've acted on. So, Sasu, have you ever done something in violence, physically, when you're angry?
I think he just screams.
Rather not answer
Before
that
you can
question.
answer that, well, I will answer it for you. Yes, you have. I heard you slamming your fist against the console. I've also had the call where you threw
Okay,
things at
come
parents.
on. Like, was that violence?
So I have the answer to that. I was saying if you're going to be honest.
I've done violent shit, yeah.
Yeah, so you're not safe. You're not well, and I'm not going to bully you over not being well, but I'm also not going to allow you around here. And if you are smart, if you have... And here's my disconnect, all right? Not just because you keep running to weirdos, that you know are weirdos, but also... excuse me. How do I put this? Okay, I'll put it this way. If there is a tiger outside, and I have a desire to not die by tiger, I will avoid the tiger. Why? Because I know, deep down, despite the alleged machismo and inability to admit I can be whooped that people seem to think I have, I'm not winning a fight against a tiger. I'm not. That thing's gonna maul me if I'm lucky and kill me if I'm not.
Oh my god,
You're
no!
just saying you're scared of that tiger, and then you go and poke it with a stick, and then you get surprised when you get cut. No more of that. If you don't want to be around, if you don't want to have the stress,
Dude, this is awesome.
disconnect. Get out into reality. Stop. Because you're not acting like you're worried about this community. You're acting like somebody else who we're also dealing with, who says they're totally scared of this community, but they keep coming back. So I'm going to be super blunt. You're not getting your way. You're not going to get the revenge you think you are owed. You will not get the payback you think you are going to get. If anything, if you keep
The
going,
tiger
I find out
allergy?
from somebody else, the only thing you're going to get are police at your door.
People
If that was
always
crossed
say the
boundaries,
lion
assassin
rapes
just
the
being a
small
dick,
dog,
assassin
but they
being
never encounter the
We're not playing
lion.
that game here.
Or the tiger, I mean.
Yeah, I understand you, but I'm just going to tell you straight up, I can't operate in reality. You know this very well, dude. You know this 100%.
Bullshit. Pick a struggle.
Why do you feel that you can't act within reality, Sasu, if you don't mind me asking?
Listen to what I just admitted. That's the darkest secret I've never wanted to admit. I was going to go to the grave with that secret. Now I'm... yeah, I did reveal it. Hold on. I revealed it
You did
on
it
my own accord.
to play
now-
victim, okay? And to use that as leverage to get people to shut up about your shitty behavior, okay? No, you don't get to wave that around. Sorry.
Here I am.
Loud error buzzer noise.
Basically
Wrong.
making
You
myself
can't
look
do
like not
that.
only a fool, but a potential serial killer. So again, not only can I not operate because I'm unlikable and I can't control my anger, I'm fucked regardless. Nobody's going to be friends with me. Hold on. Nobody's going to be friends with me. Nobody's going to want to do anything with me. Because, again, I fucked myself. I totally fucked myself.
Sasu, remember what I said about the tightening exercises? I want you to try that right now, please. If you would be willing to indulge me. I think
Why?
you would honestly be surprised, like, how forgiving some people can be. Some people will understand that you have issues, especially anger issues, and they will still accept you.
Well, no. You're not being pushed around in this call. Go ahead, Crystal.
Okay, Sasu, what we do is just take a second, because you're obviously very emotional, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, again, you can see what she in the
Oh my god, oh my god. Rape me more! Rape me more! Yes, yes.
Those hotbox allegations I've been facing. Anyways, if you felt no regret, if you felt no remorse, and you thought everything you did and everything you felt that you feel about these people and the thoughts that you had were normal, I would be a lot more concerned. But that you're showing this disgust, this uneasiness with your own thoughts and feelings, it shows that you know this isn't normal, and that shows that you want to.
Okay, here's the thing. You're sitting. Stop. You're saying, and here's where I'm going to be direct here, as I tend to be.
You're saying, well, nobody would accept me. I can't get over this. Come on. There are literally felons out there who now work decent jobs, provide for their family, have stable lives and incomes, who've actually done physical harm to people. Some have been murderers, some have been gang members. No.
Some of them are
That is a cultural
pedophiles,
reality.
and they're
Truth of the
doing
matter is, Sasu,
fine.
let that shit work out. It's not going to be given to you. Because one of the things I have learned about you, by watching how you react to things, and by how you are dealt with in terms of how your family does, you have been babied. You will not be my reality. We're not doing this. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You're climbing up this time. You're not a victim here. I'm sorry, but you're not. You're not. Sasu, if you're regretful, that's fine. Get offline and work on yourself. That's it. There's no easy answer here for you. Life can be rough. That's the truth of the...
Sasu, this is the last thing I'm saying in relation to this. Okay, so from this call, you've expressed regret. From this call, you've acknowledged and you've backtracked, rightfully so, when presented with correct evidence. Ponder and I have shown that we are willing to understand. There's people out there willing to understand the position you're in, not like babying you, saying, hey, this is what you've done, but there's ways to work around it. From what I heard, you have a therapist, right? You have medication. What you need to do is be honest with your therapist, because as you said, you wanted to take this information about you having thoughts of wanting to hurt people to the grave with you. So that shows to me that you're not being honest with the professionals around you. We are only strangers on the internet. We can only provide so much help and so much guidance, but this is not our field. What I would highly recommend you to do is talk to your therapist of when you have and actually be honest with them, explaining that you have not acted upon these feelings, but you've had these thoughts, and then this can be dealt with, and then you can find ways to work around it, because again, as much as we can give advice, we aren't professionals. We're not in your day-to-day life. So I do think you can change, but as Lio said, you need to get offline. You need to stop focusing on trying to get revenge or thinking that everyone's out to get you, because you did that with me. I don't know you, Sasu, and you assumed I was interconnected with Lio. So you have this whole idea that everyone wants you gone and no more Sasu, but it's not like that. But again, it's the last few things I'm saying, so I'm just going to get all out of the way, because it's a lot of points. Because I've noticed that you said you had the issues within your school life where you were rejected by the people you try to get close to. I can see how there would be echoes of that within the Senate, where you feel like, oh, history's repeating itself. So you are trying, at least in my opinion, again, not professional, but I feel like you're trying to get the said revenge you wanted on the people from your school days on the Senate, because you see the issues repeating. And now it's led to this big moment, the big build-up where you think, okay, the Senate's going to prove me right, I'm going to be attacked, I'm going to be dogpiled on, and like, it's going to be proven right, and now you've been treated in a very different way. You've been given respect, you've been given due diligence, and it's confusing. And you've confessed things in this call which you're shit scared of, if we're being honest. No, I don't. I think, again, if you express to them that you haven't acted upon these actions, but yet you have these thoughts, you can get the help. There are anger management therapists. There's people who deal with this daily. We're not that. But again, we're not trained in that, but we've shown you a level of understanding. So if we, untrained untrained people on the internet can provide that to you, a therapist can do that 10 times better.
It's also probably worth noting, a therapist is going to be exceptionally more receptive if you tell them that you are concerned about these feelings, that you don't inherently want to act on them, that you recognize that they're not normal. Because then a therapist will understand that you want to get better, you want to grow, and you don't want to be like that.
Dude, they're just giving him real. They're just giving it to him real. Like they're giving like this is why we're here right now, dude. They're trying to explain it to him, and then he has the gall to write up this fucking stupid little whine session about how much of a victim he is, dude. Fuck this guy, dude. He did not get treated harsh enough.
You wanted a final note, and again, it was a bit silly, but again, you now see that we're not out to attack you. We don't all hate you. Like this call.
This call actually shows, I like post Rosa call, Lio has so much fucking restraint. Because I feel like in the past he would have just gone full fucking hog on this fucking guy, and probably came out looking like the bad guy, right? And it would be very, very hard to have like a charitable position. But no, like they're just giving it to him real. And we're almost at the end of this fucking call. And I just fail to see how Lio is the villain here. This is just retarded.
Out of this call has just been us trying to understand where you're coming from, trying to understand your motives. So again, you're not too far gone in any degree. You
Malcolm's a fucking completely Malcolm is completely Lio brain raped. Like he just cannot fucking actually critically understand these situations. Like it's pathetic.
Like, I know you can't provide it. Well, we're glad it's the first step. You've taken the first step in the right direction to admit to these feelings.
And again, to reiterate like 40 bajillion times, Lio is not above criticism. Lio, even recently, has done retarded shit that is worth criticism. He pretends like he didn't sweep for Peaches during the FCK, for an example. That's just dumb. That's just dumb. He willfully played along with Peaches' plot, okay? I don't think Lio gets to act aloof. I don't think he gets to act surprised or shocked that people's impressions is that he swept for her during the FCK. He 100% did. He lied for her. He lied for her. Are you fucking kidding me? But Lio seems to go around and he likes to say that he didn't, but he fucking did. Like, If you're gonna criticize Lio, know what the fuck you're talking about. It's just so stupid. A poor Jewish white man. Yeah, exactly, dude.
You so much and give you so much closure. Well, a therapist would
Dude,
do so
someone
much
get
more
someone
than
get
that.
hold of Ethan Klein. We really need to get this
You need to say the therapist, because
get
we're
this
not gonna do that for you,
investigated,
Sasu.
dude.
I know you're not.
They're
I
kind
know
to
you're
you, and I appreciate that they have been, but this is to make things very clear where the line in the sand is. We're not going to be your therapists. We're not going to coddle you. I think that this call needs to wrap up, honestly, because we've said what we need to. We've said what we need to. You've been given very clear, defined lines. Do not be so foolish that you cross them again. Which means I don't want to hear about you being in the server. I don't need to, because I'm not interested in hearing excuses for your lack of autonomy. I'm not going to pay attention to that, because that's an excuse, Sasu, not a reason.
True. Oh my god, colossally true.
You choose to join servers. You choose to type out those messages. You choose to continue perpetuating things. That is not compulsion. That is cognitive.
Yeah, they're just like completely.
No,
It's
sir,
like I
not
said.
you.
I wanna coin this term. You are. The lion has raped your brain. There we go. There you go. The lion has raped your brain. You cannot fucking think straight. You are just so completely blind. You have such a blinding hatred for Lyle Convoy that you can't see 2 feet in front of you. Like, get fucking real, dude.
Nope.
Holy
I am
shit.
sorry, but I will not permit that in the server.
Yeah. No, that's...
And my honest to God take is like they did not go hard enough against this fucking prick. The second this guy was like, you guys can't leak this call or because I just leaked a really super intimate detail about me, about my fucking fantasies about killing innocent people because this Discord drama. So you guys need to respect my brand. Fuck off, loser. Do it right now. Do it right now, bitch. Dude, I cannot I just have zero respect for people who weaponize shit like that. You fucking suck.
Interesting one.
Because shitheads like that make it so much harder to take actual real fucking cases seriously. This guy's just a perpetual victim, and when shit doesn't go his way, he starts throwing a fit.
I wanted to say before we got to that point being like,
Little
hey, here's the clear
sponge.
boundaries. You're not welcome in this server. You're not welcome in my server. Leave Sunny alone. Leave
Alright
other
with that.
people alone. Yeah.
And that's why, and apparently that's why he's crying because he got banned from a fucking Discord. Holy
Yeah, right, no,
shit,
that's
dude.
the
Yeah, he knows that, but
That's
he's
Lau's
just, like, going
fault.
to argue the fact.
That's
Like, oh,
Lau's
there's no clear
fault.
boundaries, so I like to relay the boundaries of what he says so people are aware of it. But yeah, no,
Well,
I
I
feel like,
can, but I just banned him.
yeah, no, I feel
You
like
can
that.
relay in DMs maybe.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
I can. I'm still friended to him. I can.
Yeah, could you send in that message being like, okay, just so you understand, here's the boundaries which have been set by the people who have asked.
they just kicked him. They didn't even give him a final word. That's kind of base.
I can send it.
Yeah.
Do we need anything else now? Or should I end the recording?
That's the end of
Nope,
recording.
I think that's all we've got. Thank you both to Ponder and for Crystal for going the directions you feel you needed to in the call. I'll be in mod chat in case we need to sort anything else out.
Holy fuck, dude. Dude, Lio, what a monster. What a fucking asshole. They banned him from a Discord and he almost killed himself because of it. What a piece of shit. What are the comments here? What are the comments here, dude? Didn't expect a hoagie shop employee to start talking on the end of the phone. I didn't know who this guy is, but he really needs to touch some graph. I actually posted a sasu. He's a failure to a launch. He's a failure to a launch. I don't feel bad for him because he was given a lifeline several times in that community. Unfortunately, that community is a toxic mess, but all internet communities are at the end of the day. But Sasu was not just launching his life for himself. His parents push him down, and Sasu lets them do it. I don't give a fuck about a Sabi fucking backstory, dude. Your actions here are completely inexcusable. You're like 25 fucking years old. Tell Lau to shut his fucking mouth, dude. What a badass. His Yen fucking grammar Nazi. Fox Azure. Why does that name sound familiar? I wonder if Sasu knows how many people are on his side here. This is retarded. How? Am I missing something? General word of friendly advice. Unless you know the full scope of the situation, best not to blindly support any parties, especially since with the niche on the internet, there's a lot. Well, there's always tons of missing context despite how the public sees these ordeals. Best to just give criticism and credit to whom they are due when they're due. which tends to be both parties to varying extents, of course. What is this yap session? Get to the point. It sounds like Sasu wasn't exactly a saint himself at all. Well, if you saw the other call of him literally conceding on all the shitty things that he was doing to people, yeah, wow, that actually unironically recontextualizes this entire fucking call. If you understand that he fucking concedes on literally all the shitty shit that he was doing to people. But one thing I can say for certain, this man definitely needs professional help. Sure, dude, whatever you say. You know what's ironic about you telling me this, of all people, is I'm frequently subject of okay, fucking wah, fucking goddamn motherfucking wah, bitch. Cry me a fucking river. Holy shit, dude. I'm actually the victim here, too. Leo Convoy has victimized me, so I'm just going to blindly believe this fucking retard as he cries into the mic about getting banned from a Discord because he threatened to kill people over Discord drama. Is the dude to join the server? No. That's not Fox's. Wait, is it? But then Fox Azure is cool with Lio. I'm so fucking confused, dude. Wait, no, I think you're right. Where are they? So they just search it up. Fox. Did they leave? I think they left. What the fuck? What? I think they left. Joined the server and then bullied Psy? Oh, yeah, true. Oh, okay, so I guess them and Lio made up, I guess. Okay, this was like a year ago, to be fair. Yeah, a lot can happen in a year. But dude, no, that's retarded. Lio was 100% like everyone here was justified in fucking being frustrated with this fucker. 100%. All right, well, that's probably the end of the stream, baby. I will probably come back drunk as always because it's my day off.